It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of gum.
No, Duke's out of gum. That means it's time. All right, hold on. I gotta shuffle a couple of things around. Give me a sec here. I'm starting to experiment with vertical streaming. I'm not doing it yet, but I installed the plugin, and it's kind of completely changing how I'm looking at OBS when I do this. So I'm still trying to wrap my brain around it. All right, if I do that, then we do that, and then if I push... Hang on, it's this button. It's this button? I feel like it's this button. There it was. Yes! It's that button! How's it going, everybody? Welcome in. It's time for some boats. It's time for some boats. Let's go. How you guys doing? Happy Wednesday. Happy friggin' Wednesday. Oh, I haven't streamed boats in a bit. I haven't streamed boats since the new patch, I don't think. Ordinarily, I would have done a stream last week. And I forget why. I had something going on. Oh, last Thursday was pre-release. Pre-release for the new set. The new Star Wars Unlimited set. I did pre-release here in other side of town for like 45... Actually, it took me more like an hour and 15 minutes to get over there. So yeah, that was... yeah, those only come up 2 or 3 times a year, so when those fall on a Thursday, Boats gets buffed. Boats gets bumped. So Boats got bumped to this week. So yeah, so this is my first stream of the new patch. This is going to be entertaining. I got to look around a little bit and see if I can figure out what the hell's going on in here, because God knows I don't friggin' know. I rely on you guys so heavily to teach me what the hell is in these patches these days. It's so crazy. You can't even keep up with anything anymore. It's just nuts. It's just nuts-so. So let's, I need this, that button. Let's do that button. That did it. There we go. All right, so they have added this. For starters, the Liberty Harbor thing is still here, and you guys talked me through this last time I was streaming boats on camera. This is actually pretty cool. I've actually been really enjoying this, except for the fact that it takes forever and a lifetime to load. There we go. I've really been enjoying this. I've gotten to where I think the only thing I haven't finished out is the PvP battle one, but the other 3 are all, I think, all max unlocked now. Yeah, fully upgraded. So I've really been enjoying this. This has pushed me to play a lot more PvE than I normally would have been doing, which has been, I won't say it's bad. It's been different, but in a good way. It's really been encouraging me to take out, like my big super ships. Like, I'll think nothing of queuing up for a Clausewitz for some of these, which has been a lot of fun. Because so often for me, those ships are port queens. I don't enjoy them all that much. What's up, Black Duke? So, I'll get to this in a minute. I want to see if Classic shows up, because my drink for the night, well, is it that bad? I haven't actually played Bridgeport, so I probably should. You know what? I'm going to put that on my list tonight. How do I got to come over to here and do the thing and do the thing. Here it is. Bridgeport. It's been in my port. Like, I have it, but I haven't actually played the thing. So I'll be curious to check that out. What's up, Frost? What's up, Alex? You completed it yesterday. Very nice. I have not completed it yet. I think I'm at 10 of 12. When it first started, I was not as good about logging in every day, and certainly not doing the little, they give you some for free if you just log in and click a bunch of buttons, right? So that's been cool. What's up, C's? Another tier. Yeah, I don't know anything about the ship machine. I got to go look it up. But yeah, so I've been enjoying that. What else is in this patch? So they've been, okay, so we're still doing this, right? This is still the whole, yeah, I've been doing this, so you get tokens, and eventually you can cash this in. I'll be cashing all this in for steel. If you want to do doubloons, you go right ahead, but for me, the steel is a much better gig. Steel's much harder to get, the way I play the game. Yeah, so Chaser, I've done all of that. Let's see. Salvage. Okay, so we're doing another salvage thing. I gotta go check out Bliss. I haven't put that on my list either. Hold on, I'm gonna do it right now. Again, another ship that I have not even looked at. Bliss 52. There we go. Okay. The nice thing about being the guy in the chair is I have infinite points, so nothing lost. What is this? Oh, this is the salvage for victory thing. This is where they try to get you to spend your resources for stuff. Alja with the resub. Thank you so much. Okay. There wasn't one of these last year. I think I did this for. Oh, I never got a Kitakami. That's what this was the first time that they did this whole thing was to try to you were trying to earn a Kitakami, and I never actually earned a Kitakami. It's one of the few premium ships that I don't own. 9.5 conceal, boosted HED and outtrade. Oh, she has a heal. Ooh, tier 8 American heavy with a heal. I like where you're going. I like the sound of that already, but that does sound kind of gross. That sounds pretty gross. Isn't she in Oregon City? With a 9.5 detection, she ought to be in Oregon City Hall, right? Let's reset this whole thing. Let's come back to randoms and look at this thing for a minute. Yes, she is. That's what I thought. I think I remember having this conversation with chat about her when she was either announced or added to the game. It was like, that's in Oregon City, right? Right? Yeah, right? Let's see. 8. I passed it. Don't I have one? Yeah, there she is. Bridgeport. Oh, yeah, 100% Oregon City. The hulls, there's not nearly enough beam for that to be a Baltimore. All right, so let's look at this thing. So she's getting 13-second reload. So that automatically makes me go, right? Because that's the thing about Baltimore, right? This is the same problem that friggin', what's the other one? Rochester. Rochester has this same reload. Rochester's also an Oregon City, right? Yeah, same hull. Rochester gets 12-second reload. Yeah, I hate the reload. I hate it already. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Are you kidding me with this thing? Are you kidding me? So they took the smoke mechanic from the new American Destroyer line and gave it to her as a reload booster? That is cracked. Apparently, I have played this ship once. Okay, we got to do this again. OMG, that's nutty. And she gets a standard heal. Okay, that's reasonable. Now, she doesn't get radar? She doesn't get radar. I will say the lack of radar makes me a little sad, but not to the point that I'm going to hate the ship. I bet she's a beast in ranked. I bet she's... So apparently I have played this ship, but I only played it once, and I guess it was a bad team, and I've completely forgotten about her. Let's take her into ranked. Let's do this. Let's try this shenanigans. 29 battleships. Put a bullet in me now. Oh my god. Ugh, hang on a minute. All right, New Dawn. All right, let's see how we do. It's cracked and ranked. It feels like it should be cracked and ranked. Like I have 3. Okay, the Cherbourg does not excite me. Like I don't want to fight that guy, but the other 2 I ought to be able to chew up pretty effectively. Especially once I go bow into the sheer. Well, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see how this plays out. Fiji's got smoke. Sashio is smoke, of course. I'm talking about battleships. Lyon. Brandenburg does not frighten me. The Massachusetts is an irritating problem. Okay. I might go leech off of this Fiji smoke to see what I can do. What's my smoke detection? 5.9. No. 6.8. Okay. Smoke detection is 6.8 is not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna team up with this Fiji for a bit. Let's go make irritating nuisances of ourselves. I'll be really curious to see how this thing plays. I vaguely remember trying this when they first added it to our port, and I think I probably the game. If I went back and looked, I think I got like too aggressive with it, and probably got my face melted off, and clearly did not have a great game with it. So I need to try and not be stupid, which is apparently what I was the first time I played it. I blotted it from my memory, so I could not tell you. What's up, Curly? How you doing? Enemy force detected. The lack of radar does make me sad, not gonna lie. Okay, there's the Wiesbaden. That's who I want to be shooting at with these guns, I think. Now, at this range, I'm not going to spend a ton of time. There we go. Yeah, he's like, oh, nope, 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 we out. Oh, he has smoke? That's wild, I didn't know he had smoke. Shows you how much I play that boat. Sheer got slapped around a little bit. I can't say that. I'm upset to see that. All of their battleships effed off, though. Now, the struggle is, I have to be at least moderately careful because my battleships are playing the cowardly battleship game of do nothing. We need our BBs to fight, not run, please. Yeah, that destroyer, whatever he is, effed off to the other portion of the map. Okay, and the sheer is just chilling. Okay, let's push these guys a little bit. Because the Wiesbaden's trying to get in here. The Wiesbaden's like looping around. I feel like I'm in kind of a bad spot here. I'm probably going to get dunked by this mass as I try to make this turn. Let's see what I can do here. At least, okay, I wasn't spotted until this exact instant. So right now I have to kind of hope that the mass doesn't have his guns loaded. Well, our other cruiser bought it. Somebody's looking at me. Let's keep the sheer lit, shall we? Can I get those over? I cannot. I can get those over, I bet. Come on, Wiesbaden, buddy. Yep, I can get those over all day long. Cherbourg's gonna dunk me out here. Let's see if I led those correctly. I haven't used the reload booster yet because I haven't felt like I've got a good enough shot for it. Although maybe this shot on the Wiesbaden is kind of decent. Iparanga's probably dead. Yep, he out. So we're 2 ships down now. Yeah, this is what happened to me the last time I played this boat. I got in with a suicidal team. Well, the light cruiser knows what he's doing because he's playing keep away. Well, game's pretty well over at this stage. There is 0 chance of us winning. Massachusetts is trying to dunk me. He's probably going to succeed. Yep. Well, let's go out with a bang, baby. Oh my goodness, there they are. What is up, everybody? You're watching me absolutely get shellacked in Bridgeport, so I apologize for how bad the game is. It is time for some Leroy. You are 100% correct. We are Leroying the shenanigans out of this because I basically have nothing else that I can do to win the game. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Can I chase the CAG? Probably not. Because he's got a Leon sitting on top of him. How did my Asashio die? All my Asashio had to do was go to the other side of the map and dunk the battleships that were essentially pushing him hardcore. and it would have been an easy win. And the CAG is way wider than I thought he was. Well, we caught up on ships, but I don't think it's going to last. No, not going to last. Yeah, the Asashio got wrecked. That's, yeah. No, Zav. No. Well, that's about what I expected when I logged into rank tonight, so there we go. How's it going, everybody? Welcome in. How is it going? What is up? What is up? It's time for some boats. Welcome in, everybody. If you've not been here before, guys, thank you for the follows. Let's see if I can get everybody. We got Ultimus, Guinness, Twisted, Biddy, Carrick, JD. Guys, thank you for the follows. Welcome in. Appreciate you guys. Hope that Snarf and crew took good care of you over on the main stream. I was not watching this evening. I apologize. I'm not entirely positive who was running the show over there. Yeah, Thurbach, I think Bridgeport is probably okay. I just cannot seem to get a team that allows me to actually play the ship long enough to find out. We're going to come back to that later. We're going to come back to that more later. Right now, I want to see... Hang on a minute. Let's get out of rank for a minute. Ronan with the resub. Thank you much. And Poseidon, thank you for the follow. Let's have a look at Bliss while we're doing it. Guys, if you are new to my little corner of the internet, welcome in. Yeah, there she is. What is this? Rental. Can I play this boat on stream? Now I gotta go look. You're gonna make me go look, guys. I have to go check the master spreadsheet to find out if it's legal for me to play this boat on stream. I think it is. I feel like it is. Hang on a minute. Let's find out. Let's make sure I'm not screwing up. I must say, it's out. It should be fine, but apparently I have to earn my own. I get this rental to show off. Yeah, it's been legal since Monday. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Cool. All right. So I can play this boat then. All right, so what is this thing? This is a Tier 9 Bliss. Actually, before I get too deep into this, let me introduce myself for those of you guys that may not know me. Welcome in. My name's C Raptor. I am a community contributor for boats. I have been doing this gig... Let me think. When did I put on the CC tag? It would be summer of 18. Summer of 18. So a little over 7 years. I've been playing the game since open beta, which would be, we're right at 10 years. 10 years and change, right? So I have far too many hours into this game, as my wife will attribute. I started off my volunteering for the community part began way back working on the World of Warships wiki, which is kind of in a weird place and has been for a long time. But back in the day, there was a concerted push by the North American Publishing Office to populate it, fill it up with information for players, and I was privileged to be a part of that back in like 2016 to 2018. Filling it up with things like how to count, how torpedo flood chance worked, how fire chance worked. We did a lot of back and forth conversations with the developers to make sure we filled in so many of those pages the right way, because so many of the mechanics of the game are like buried into the code, and if you don't spend the time, you don't understand any of it. It doesn't make sense to you. The game will tell you, oh, this torpedo has a flood chance of whatever, but what does that actually mean? Well, we wrote wiki pages to tell people all of that, which was a lot of fun. And as I started getting into doing streaming stuff and calling tournaments with my good buddy Lord Zath, I ended up in the CC program. He and I have been calling King of the Sea games since the beginning of 2018. King of the Sea 5 was spring of 2018. That was our first King of the Sea together. I don't think King of the Sea going on right now. I don't think we're going to get to call any games this time around. What are they on, 19 now? I don't think we're going to miss. I don't think it's going to work out. All the weekends that I'm around, he's not, and vice versa for like the entire month of November. So it's just, I don't think it's going to work out at all, which is very sad. I'm glad the wiki helped you out, Finder. That makes me very, very happy. We put a lot of time and energy into trying to make that tool useful and to help people learn more about the mechanics of the game, because they weren't very well explained within the game. So it was like, all right, well, if you want to take the time to learn, let's make it possible for you to be able to learn, right? So that was kind of the goal over there. Plus, there's always a group of people, that love getting down into the nuts and bolts and the weeds and understanding why does this happen the way that it does. You should have seen the discussions we had about trying to write the page on ramming. I wish everyone could have been there the day that we got back our first response from the developer team on ramming, on how ramming works in World of Warships, because we had written. What normally happened was we would do some research ourselves and write up a page. And then based on that, we would generate a list of questions and we would send that to our NA staffer that we worked with in the development office here in North America. And they would forward it on to the development team. At that time, of course, they were in St. Petersburg. And, Curly's going to ask me a hard question and I'm going to butcher it and Evan's going to mock me. I'm going to try it again in a minute, Curly. Let me finish my story. So they sent this question off. We had all these questions about ramming. And, like, here's what we noticed, here's what we saw, here's how we think it works. Can you help us out? We sent all this off to Russia. About 2-3 weeks later, it comes back, right? We get this response back. And basically, the response is a really, really well-written couple of paragraphs that says, it's magic, and we're not going to tell you. And we're like, what is this? And if you've ever seen rams happen in World of Warships, you 100% believe that it just is the most bizarre thing available. I remember, and if Zach's still in chat, he can back me up on this. We had a King of the Sea game. This was about 2 years ago. A battle that finished on a ram, and it wasn't. I think it was like maybe it was a playoff game or like a losers bracket, win and stay in kind of match. The whole match ended up hinging on this ram, and one of the ships is reversing, and one of the ships is full speed coming at this guy, and the expectation is that they're going to kill each other, right? Because you think, okay, two ships ramming into each other, just, going to murder each other. No, the ship going full speed 100% killed himself. But the guy who was reversing took like massive chunk of damage and then just, and was like, well, I got about 8,000 hit points left. Let me hit this R button here and put out that flood and go back to healing. And we're sitting there going, what just happened? It's so ridiculous. It was, yeah, 100%. Like, Finder's right. Like, you cannot explain ramming. There is no explanation of that mechanic. It just functions. It's so bizarre. What's up, Blue Jay? All right, couple of follows. Nevok, Fury, Tree Run. Captain Drew, thank you for the follows. Welcome in, everybody. Okay. Curly had a question of what is the proper pronunciation of bliss. And even that, I'm probably doing it wrong. My wife actually has studied a little bit of Polish. She could possibly do this better. I believe it's Bliskawica. Bliskawica? Yes. And I think the W is almost like a V. And the L with the slash, I'm never going to get correctly. Ever.
It's almost like a crush.
A what?
But,
hang on. She's giving me advice. Oh, now you're going to come over? Okay.
I'll come over.
Come over and give me advice.
So, what?
Here.
Bliskawica.
Like a V, like V.
It's kind of a weird. It's a weird.
Bliss.
Sound. Yeah.
But yes, the L with the slash is like a W, but the W is like a V. There you go. I'll never get that. I'll never get that in a million years.
The L with the slash is like a W. So, John Paul, his name was Karol Wojtyła.
Wojtyła, yeah.
WOJTY, the L with the slash.
Oh.
And then an A. So Wojtyła.
Okay.
So, yeah.
There you go, chat. There you go.
This is what I get for studying John Paul II, because now I have to learn how to pronounce all of that stuff.
Yeah. When you study the Polish Pope, you learn a little bit about Polish. There you go.
Yes.
There you go. So there you go, guys. That's what I know. And hi, by the way.
Hi.
Chat says hello.
Hi, chat.
Too funny.
All right, I'm gonna go back to
Go. Have fun. She's got to go back to schoolwork. If Evan's around, he's probably busy mocking me because one of the head guys in the North American office here for boats is actually Polish. And anytime us puny North Americans try to pronounce Polish, he just does this. That's his reaction, like every time, because he's just like, no, you're butchering it. Please stop. Just please stop. You're making me sad. All All right, speaking of, let's look at Błyskawice. I'm going to see, again, I butchered it, so sorry. You're going to have to get over it. Let's have a look. Bills 52. Miguel, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. All right, so let's look at this boat. 8.3 conceal on the surface is kind of not good. What's my max stealth build here? Let's just do my standard build for now, and we'll see where she lands. So I'm a 6-7 on the surface. I get 10 seconds of 9 kilometers. So I get like Euro radar. This is similar to what Gdansk has, right? The short duration. It's all, yeah, it's okay. So I get Gdansk radar basically, but I get it at tier 9. I'm probably getting, what's the tech tree boat down here? Katsonis? Katsonis gets this radar, right? 9 kilometers, 10 seconds. Yeah, okay. So I'm getting tier 9 Euro destroyer Euro radar. I've got standard speed boost, typical heal. Yep, standard heal. Okay, my guns are still the same guns. I've got 800 millimeter barrels. It's more barrels than traditional Bliss has, doesn't she? Yeah, she only has 7. They've upped one of these turrets to a double barrel. I bet it's the bow. Okay, the bow turret here is single barrel. The bow turret here must be double barrel. Yep, there we go. Oh, and these are 100 millimeter guns, not her original guns were 120s. Yeah. Okay, so these had a much longer reload. I got a 6-second reload down here. I've got a 4.2 second reload right here. Boy, these main battery is all over the place. B-34. What guns are these? Whose guns are these, guys? These aren't Japanese guns. Who made 100 millimeter? Who made 100 millimeter guns that they put on destroyers? These are Russian guns. These are Russian guns. Okay, that makes sense now. Ruski guns. Russian don't take a dump, son, without a plan. Okay. 12.7. Quick reload. Okay, these are probably got to be... I'd probably go main battery mod here. I cannot imagine the torpedoes are worth much. No, you have three tubes. These are terrible. Okay, so yeah. This is a gunboat. Yeah, this is a gunboat. Yeah, 895 on the muzzle velocity tells you a lot. I mean, 56 caliber guns on a 100 millimeter barrel means that is a long, skinny barrel. So yeah. Okay. I think let's do engine boost. Man, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to spend... Oh, no, I could take... Well, that's only worth 2 seconds of radar. Is that really worth it? It might make a difference. Let's go radar here. The torps do look like they hit decently. You just don't have but 3 tubes. You can't rely on them. You're not going to get a lot out of them. What I always think of, like, when I see a gunboat destroyer, what I always have to teach myself mentally is... You can't rely on the torpedoes, but you can't forget about them either, because they're still useful, right? They're still good. What's the turret traverse here? Okay, let's go. I mean, let's do it. And I probably want the extra duration on the radar. That should get me a little extra radar duration. Man, what's my AA like, actually? My AA, are these dual-purpose guns? They are. Flak is only 2 puffs. That's crap. Okay, the AA is not good. This is not an AA boat. I'll try this. I won't pretend I know what I'm doing with this thing. I've never played it before in my life. Probably propulsion here. My guess is maneuverability is okay. Yeah, maneuverability is fine. So let's go propulsion. Actually, give me the depth charges. Oh. I went back to the Euro weenie depth charges. Just bleh. They hit like tickles. Well, I don't need this. I've got plenty of bombs in a stick, so let's go propulsion. Oh, maxed out, 100%. I can play boats in this game that essentially a carrier either can't touch you or will cry the entire time he tries. And he will eventually land damage, but you will ruin his air group. And against anything other than like a super carrier that gets free planes that don't have to regenerate, he is in bad shape. Let's see. Aiming mod maybe? Let's try aiming mod. Let's make sure I can put shells on target. I feel like if I'm going to get narrow windows to fire in before I lose sight of people, I want to make sure I'm putting rounds on target. So, Chaser, it's a simple matter of opinion, but also the big difference for me and a lot of people on AA is that I don't believe AA should make your ship completely invulnerable to planes. That's the difference, right? In the same way, I mean, imagine a world, and I've used this analogy before. If a destroyer in the game had a button, and you can do this in some of the Halloween modes, right? You push the button and you're immune to all damage for 20 seconds or 45 seconds or whatever. Is that reasonable? No, it's not. So why do cruisers with good enough AA, why should they feel like they can push their carrier be gone button and be, I am invincible? That's not reasonable to the carrier player any more than it's just not, right? It's not real. It's bad game design is what it is, right? And so it needs to be expensive for the carrier to strike you, and it is, but it needs to be possible for the carrier to strike you, and it is. And that's fair. A lot of folks don't like CVs, and I get that. But my frustration is that I feel like a lot of folks have an unrealistic expectation of anti-aircraft fire, right? Look at the late war American United States Navy. There's World War II. There is a valid argument to be made that by that point we had designed ships, formations, and perfected our anti-aircraft fire control to a point that we were the premier AA Navy on the face of the planet. And I don't think that's a very difficult argument to make, right? And yet, planes were still able to land strikes on American ships, despite all of that. It's not reasonable to expect total immunity from planes just because you don't like carriers. It's just not, right? Your AA's purpose is to cost the carrier player time, resources, and energy in terms of how he maneuvers to attack you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you the carrier surface ship interaction is fun for the surface ship. It's not. I get that. But there are plenty of ships in the game that have really, really good anti-aircraft fire that will absolutely, I'm gonna use a word I don't normally use on a family-friendly stream, will absolutely shit all over every carrier player that wants to dunk you. Happens all the time. And a lot of folks, a lot of veterans of the game, they don't want to see it. And that's fine. I can't make them see it. But that doesn't change the fact that it's happening. All right. Let's do you. I don't think I get a second one. Oh, wait. I need camo. Some kind of camo. I would argue against that, Puddin'. USS Laffey, for example, would argue against that. I actually listened to a really, really good podcast the other day about Laffey that I hadn't realized just how many planes she shot down on her own before she took her first hit. And it was like a dozen. It was like 10 or 12 on her own. One destroyer. Oh, absolutely, Chrissa. Absolutely. Like anti-aircraft fire, you just vomited shells out, right? In the hopes of either killing the pilot, dealing enough damage to the plane that it either was, couldn't be flown. Obviously, you're trying to shoot it down, or at least damage it such that it can't successfully deliver its ordnance, right? But that's the kind of thing that made kamikaze attacks so devastating, was that once the pilot got lined up, if you didn't shoot the bloody wings off the plane, it just fell out of the sky, it was probably going to hit you, right? With its full load of fuel and its bombs still attached, right? Which was the goal of the exercise. Scotty, exactly. Minotaur is one of the best plane murdering boats in the whole game. I love that thing. You know what else murders planes good? We're sitting here looking at European destroyers. Take a Delarna or a Holland out with defensive fire sometime and just drive around and see how much fun the carrier player has trying to touch you. He can't. He just can't. Even without defensive fire, even a Småland, or you probably don't have a Småland. A lot of folks don't have Småland anymore. But like, this boat doesn't even get defensive fire, and it still eats planes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's ridiculous. It's so good. So, Cowboy, that makes sense, right? If you look late war, even in late war American ships all moved up to the 7.62s, right? They went from the 40 mils up to the 7.62s, or some mix of 40 and 7.62. A lot of the Orlikons just go away, right? All right, I think I'm ready to try this thing. I feel like this ought to play like a Ragnar or a Gdansk, but I just don't know, and I'm not very good with those destroyers. So we're going to take this out, but I'm going to tell you what I always tell people, which is temper your expectations. Good evening, Kyle. Welcome in. That is interesting. One of my mods, Classic, gifted me the end of his... He had a bottle of the... I'm going to butcher this name, too, because it's Scottish. Bruichladdich? Bruichladdich. The Black Art. One of their Scotch variants that they put out in small quantities every year. He had, whatever, this much left of the bottle. And he gave me to me. He's like, I told you years ago you should try this. Try this. Okay, let's try it. That's the first sip I've had. That is actually not bad. I'm generally not a Scotch guy. But that is not bad. Falcon, you're where I am, right? Like, to me, that's 100% the deal with most carriers is they are largely, they're an annoying board control piece for most players. Once you have enough games under your belt, you learn how to kind of, I won't say play against a carrier because that's not entirely accurate, but positioning matters. Trying not to be off by yourself matters. How you snuggle up to islands matters, because there are certain types of ordnance, I'm looking at you, rockets, that don't like trying to drop ships that are up against obstacles. They have to loop around and come in the other way. If you've ever driven carrier planes, trying to come up over an island and drop rockets like on top of somebody that's right up next to an island is basically impossible. The rockets will just, they always, you can't get the planes to angle sharply enough with most islands. It's a pain in the ass. One of the things I always tell people, and I'll repeat it, is if you really, really want to learn how to beat a carrier, learn how to play a carrier. Learn how to play a carrier. Teach yourself. You may not have to like the class. Don't like the class. But go play them at least up through tier 8 and understand the limitations that they're working under. Because it makes playing against them, I won't say easier. That's not true. But it does make you a better player when there's a carrier in the game, because it helps you understand the kinds of things the carrier player can and can't do. I am a mediocre carrier player at best. I don't particularly enjoy the class. It's something a little different, so from time to time I don't mind trying it out. But in general, I won't go out of my way. Let's look at this game. I've got a Neptune, which might have radar. I've got a Cleveland, which definitely does. There should be a destroyer in front of me somewhere. There he is. Okay, the Kitakazi's on the other flank, and there's the Hayate. Now, the Hayate's radar envelope is right... he's within my radar envelope, but I don't know that I want to mess with him. Not with a Cleveland this close. And only a Petro for help. Our Shima basically got himself murdered, so good job and all that. Okay, I don't want to be anywhere near this Cleveland's envelope, but here we are. What's the range on these torps? 10.5. That's not bad. Yeah, my problem here is that I pretty much have just myself. And I am way more detectable. Let's be a jerk. Let's just be a general jerk for a bit and see how it goes. I want to see what the ballistics on these shells are like. Okay, they're not bad. These are kind of like the Japanese hundreds a little bit, maybe? Kind of like Harugamo guns a little bit? I definitely don't have the pen, but that's not surprising. Oh, hi, what up? You're gonna sit and smoke, are you? That I have something for. All right, Cheatland bought it. That makes me happy. There is a Georgia in this cap. I can't say I'm excited about that. But let's get up here and put this gearing in my radar envelope and try to make his life hell. Yeah, full conceal is 6-7 on this thing, Seas. It's not amazing. Okay. I'm only got 12 seconds of radar here, so I gotta make it useful. He's gonna ground himself. So let's see, we got ship suiciding already. Yep. I got my buddy the Los Andes who murdered himself, and then we got the Shima who got himself killed. And they did lose a kid on the other side of the map. That makes me somewhat excited because I think it gives me an opportunity if I cut across mid to go grab A actually. Yeah, I think. Oh, this gear. My other gearing is essentially dead. Okay, they've got somebody in A. Who is that, I wonder? The Hayate, maybe? I don't think so. It's got to be the Smolensk. The AP's like, yeah, the whole guns feel like Harugumo, frankly. Okay, it's the Ohio. Well, we ain't going in there, is we? I forgot how short the cooldown on this thing was. The Smolensk is up north here. Oh, I need to turn my A off. I don't like the Yorktown's bringing planes through mid. I don't want him to know that I'm here. Yep. Well, we're only a ship down, but we'll never cap D with the AFK Izumo, by the way. Huge fan of that guy. Come on, Ohio.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Okay. Let's see how we can do here. About to play my DD-214. Let's go. I think I probably didn't lead those torps correctly. He was moving so quick. Still a ship down. Oh, he's going to take one of them. Give me a flood, baby. Boo. Really? Who's out here with me, I wonder? Because if I was hard lit on the surface, that means somebody's out here. Oh, hey, what up, my dude? Where is it you think you're going, my friend? You're just gonna ground yourself. Alright, the good news is I think I can finally kill this guy. Bad news is it's going to cost me a whole pile of my HP. Because I got a Georgia looking at me. Luckily, he's in smoke, and without help, he is hosed. Oh, I lost a lot more HP than I thought right there. Alright. We are tied on ships. Our Ohio looks like he might bite it. Let's send some love back the Georgia's way. And let's see if we can get in here with this Wisconsin and finish capping. The Hayate, our AFK Izumo is still a problem. Guy's just useless over there. I'm glad we were able to catch the... Okay, the Richie buys it. That gives us our first ship lead of the game. Wisconsin's taking a strike. He's probably going to bite it. Georgia's going to take at least one of these on the bow. Okay, there's the Hayate. All right, I'm going to A. And he took the flood. Nice hit. I like the hit on those torps. The torps are better than I thought they would be. I kind of wish they had a better reload. And the Hate's low. If I can catch the Hayate guys out, I think I'll be okay. Because he's very low on HP. Yeah, this Ohio is just going to casually murder everybody he wants. Ooh, and the Harlem got dunked.
Engine boost deactivated.
Should have left my AA off right there, but we are where we are.
Critical engine damage. Problem solved, sir.
Thank you for finally killing the Georgia. Y'all should kill this Harlem next, by the way.
Concentrate fire on the designated target. Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Alright, last heal's coming up. Cthulhu, I'll tell you straight up right now, I don't have an answer for you. This is my first game in it, and generally, I am not... Radar destroyers and I don't get along. It flies in the face of how I prefer to play a destroyer. So, yeah, you don't want my opinion, I'll be honest. You'll never strike me at that range. Try again. Nope, you missed. Try again. Okay, we have a one-ship lead, and we're neutral on caps. Now, the Ohio is going to loop around and make a general giant nuisance of himself. There's the Hayate. He ought to be dead soon. If the Harbin doesn't kill him, I should be able to. I need somebody to murder this guy, please.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target. All stations reporting the position of a strategic target. Engine boost activated.
Scheist. That's going to be a huge problem.
Ship is on fire. Critical engine damage.
I am dead, because carrier plus Smolensk equals dead destroyer. And I'm about to beach myself.
Ship is on fire.
And I'm burning. And my heal is running out. And it sucks to be me. And my North Carolina can't hit anything. And yeah, so much fun. So much fun, guys. I'm glad you're alive, because at one point you were down to like 800 HP, but it would have been better if you had been able to kill something. I think they might actually win this game despite my AFK Tier 9 battleship over here, by the way. Huge fan of people who do this. Thanks. The good news is he's trying to strike a Pan-Asian cruiser with planes. Good luck. He's going to take one of those? Yeah, he can take one, but yeah. All right, time to murder him now. Now the Yorktown's just going to get dunked. Ohio's missed him completely. Yeah, I know. The AFK Izumo is so irritating. It's like, this game could... I won't say it would have been easy, but it would have been better. This Harbin's going to get himself murdered if he's not careful. He's got a little bit of the red haze craze going on here. Petro's going to come in and clean him up. And... sploosh. As anticipated, but it's too late for the Yorktown. Yeah, Petro got his last salvo off. All right, North Carolina. All you got to do is go ram him, buddy. Let's go. Hero North Carolina. Petro gets an upvote, by the way. Oh, Armac, that was you? Bloody hell. The AFK Izumo just enrages me, and I think we're still going to win this game. Take one of these. Take one of those. Ooh, nice. I completely agree, Chris. I wish there were more stringent punishments somehow for leaving your team to die. Right? I don't know what... I mean, there needs to be... I mean... I don't know what it is. There must be something. Just take the ram, buddy. Just take the ram. Don't give him the shot. His turrets will traverse faster. Oh my god. Take the ram. Battleship players, I beg of you, please, for the love of all that is holy, when you find yourself and there's only one ship left on the opposing team, just ram him. Just ram him. There's literally no point. I mean, he gave the Petro a Kraken, so take one of these. But, like, there's literally no point in trying for the drive-by. Just, yes, final torpedo time. Exactly. Just take the ram. Like, the game's over, okay? Just take the ram. One game is not a sample size, but right now, I don't know what it is that Bliss offers that Gdansk doesn't, that justifies the amount of resources they're asking you to put into this to get this ship. I just don't know. Let me go look. I mean, it's tier 9. What am I missing, guys? Remember, I don't care. Maybe it's the fact that it's better than Ketsonis, because I don't like Ketsonis. Like, this is the tier 9 tech tree ship. Who was that? Christopher. And Torp. And Dude Joe. I missed a few folks. Thank you very much. Paver. Daniel. Sorry, guys. I'm a little behind on catching up with folks. Thanks you guys for the follows. So, like, this is the tier 9 tech tree boat that gets that goofy radar. It doesn't get a heal. It gets smoke, and it gets the radar. Okay. But I don't like this ship. Now, if you're comparing her to Gdansk, I think she compares a little more favorably. She at least does get the heal. Gdansk doesn't. Gdansk gets the smoke. I personally feel like the smoke has got more value, right? Like, Bliss 52 is challenging because you only get 3 standard heals. This is not like a super heal. You can take a little bit of punishment, but not a lot. You're still a destroyer at the end of the day. What's my 20,000 HP is it. That's it. You do not have a big health pool here. Yeah, but Falcon, I'm with you on DCs, but he's had like 16, 17 minutes to get back in. That irritates me. But different conversation. So I look at this and go, why? What is it? The ballistics are fairly comfortable. I'll give you that. Like, if you've played a Kitakaze or a Harugamo, you're going to feel comfortable playing with these guns, in my opinion, right? Because Let's look at this real quick. What's the shell velocity difference on these? I need IGN. Let's grab Harugamo just for S's and G's. No, we'll grab Kidda because it's tier 9. Kitakazi. What's the shell velocity here? 1,000 meters a second. So these are slightly slower. Okay, slightly. Not crazy slow, but slightly slower. Bliss here. These are wrong Bliss. Here. So they're 100 millimeters and they're 895. But the bottom line is, if you've played one of those Japanese destroyers, you're going to be fairly comfortable with these guns. I don't know, man. I don't know if that's amazing or not. I'm not convinced this ship justifies the cost they're asking you to shell out to get it. Personal opinion. Maybe she does. Maybe the heel is worth that much. From my chair, I don't feel like it is. The thing that makes her stand out to me a little bit is she's tier 9. You would ordinarily only expect like this kind of configuration of guns and radar and everything else in a tier 10. She's tier 9. So maybe that's why they're asking you to shell out so much. But I don't know that I would do it. Just my opinion. She's not bad. Certainly is not a bad boat. And the torpedoes are surprising. The reload sucks. But these are essentially Fletcher torps. These are basically American Fletcher torps. It says M1952, but if I put the stats beside USS Fletcher's torpedoes, those are Fletcher torps, right? In terms of alpha damage, speed, and range. So that's not bad. It's a long reload, but you can be useful. Armac, I would say that's a good comparison. I'd say Orkan is a decent comparison. Here's the difference. To me, I like Orkan's guns better. She does get the radar. Orkan's radar duration is longer. Yeah. It's shorter range, but longer duration. You get more heals. And you get roughly comparable HP. This is the key to me, right? If Bliss had a big HP pool to go with the heal, I think it'd be better. But right now, a tier down at tier 8, I can play an Orkan, which has 900 less HP, gets one more heal, it's a shorter range radar, only 7.5. I have better detection. This should be like a 5.8, 5.9. Okay, so I have way better stealth, arguably better guns. Arguably, they're roughly comparable on base reload, but shovel are different, right? But this is kind of like, these are Cossack guns, right? And the Cossacks, the British 120s, these little British guns are perfectly fine, right? For hunting destroyers and harassing other things. She gets longer duration radar. And I think this is another thing, right? Is that if there was something about this radar that differentiated it from the rest of the line, this is the same radar you get at the tier 9 and the tier 10 point of the tech tree. If it was longer duration radar, even if it was shorter range but longer duration, I'd be more sold on this, right? Now, shorter range with this kind of detection starts to become a little scary. But as long as you still, like, let's just say she had Orkan radar. If she had 7.5 kilometer radar on that ran for 20-ish seconds or 22 seconds or 25 seconds or something, that'd be a lot better, wouldn't it? But this 13 seconds of radar, I mean, what is that? 3 salvos? Maybe 4. 4 salvos if you're lucky. You're not going to kill a destroyer in 4 salvos unless he's already damaged. Like, you're not going to kill him from full to dead. It's just not going to happen. If he's been beat up, okay. So this radar is really good for catching out destroyers that kind of think they're trying to outsmart you a little bit, like the gearing we caught in the last game. It's, that was a perfect use of that radar. I got spotted and thought, oh, there's somebody here that I didn't know was here. Let's put the radar on him and flush him out. And that worked. He paid the ultimate price for that mistake. Now, I lost 70% of my health pool for that kill. That feels kind of crappy. So, is it a great trade? Man, I don't know. I mean, I feel like for what they're asking you to shell out for this ship, I don't know that it's worth it. Let me look at it again. How much is it actually costing? Oh, no, I just had it. No, not you. Not you. That's exactly right, Andrew. You just don't have a lot of time. It takes like 4 or 5 seconds. Is it like 4 or 5 seconds the radar doesn't pick them up and then the team sees them? They get like 1 salvo max if they're lucky. Here we go. No, yeah. Let's look at this for a minute. I'm really curious. Okay, so 44, 20. Okay, so after you have to fill up this 85% bar, I'm guessing. So I have 3.4 million free XP. And that gets me 9%. I have 1,100 premium days, and that gets me an additional 30%. I don't have many research points. That would get me another 8 or 9% there. Let's just say I threw in all my steel. My steel would get me there. I have 3,700 steel. It would cost me... There you go. So with 500 days of premium, which is the max, apparently, and then a max of 9 or 10% of free XP, and then 35,000 steel, I could get Bliss. So what you really have to think, like, this is really about steel. If you have the steel, you can get this boat. EXCP and premium days get you to 60%. Okay, hold on. Oh, I see. If you have the premium. Okay, so I could just get... Okay, I see now. You just get 30% right there. And if you have... This is Elite Commander XP. My apologies. This is not free XP. This is Commander XP. So if you have the cash to turn your free XP into Commander XP, then you can get a big chunk of it. But in reality, you're mostly going to end up spending steel on this. I will say that if you have... I'll say if you have nothing better to spend your steel on, or you really like destroyers, it might be worth the steel. Yeah, I agree, Donnie. It feels a little expensive. The other thing is that, like, for me, if I go over to here, Research Bureau points would be reasonable. If you've got them. Like, some people are drowning in them, some people aren't. Your own economy is going to be different from player to player. I'm on the wrong page. Go back. Where's the... what did I come over here for? I came over here to look at the Grand Voyage. Here we go. So, like, right now, I've been playing fairly regularly this whole time. So, and you're going to be able to earn up to 22,000 steel doing all of this stuff through basically the end of the year, right? So if you can max out your steel, and if you wanted to apply it toward Bliss 52, you could. I don't know. I love destroyers. I don't know that I would spend that on this ship. I'm not convinced that she offers something radically better than Gdansk just after one game. Now, some more games might change my mind, but that's kind of where I'm at, I think, right now, just after one game. Let's go derp around a little bit. Let's play some Brit boats. Guys, remember the 5th of November. It is the 5th of November. It's Guy Fawkes Day. We have to play some Brit boats. So you guys have put Cossack and Lightning in the queue. Electric, I have yet to have a really solid game in Bridgeport. We're going to come back to her again later in the stream. Hujam's basically saying I should go play Katsonis for comparison. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. That's a reasonable request. Before we get off this topic, while you guys are thinking about spending your hard-earned currency, in-game or otherwise, let's go play Katsonis. I'll even build her basically the same. Not you.
To Jurassic Park.
Who is that? Drowning! And I missed Jessamy and Wunderschatzi. I love the name. Wunderschatzi. And Solomon. And I think maybe Christopher. I don't remember if I caught Christopher. Guys, thank you for the follows. Welcome in. Oh, God, yes, we need that Turret Traverse. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to go with the same build. We'll go with guns build again. I'll even put the goofy radar mod on here. Better off getting Hoffman. I don't know, man. Hoffman is... Oh, Emerald. David, you're giving me PTSD over here, buddy. Hoffman is a ship with a very unique play style, let's say. I don't know that I particularly care for that one. She's not bad, don't get me wrong, but, like, you gotta really love that boat. 7-2. Yikes. This ship is super detectable. Holy crap. That's crazy. This is not stealthy at all. Mein Gott. That's fine. I prefer the historical camos. I'm a weird guy. I don't like all these goofy, ahistorical camos you can play with in the game. Okay. This gun layout makes me angry. Like, this ship looks like it wants to be a light cruiser. What's her A like? Not great. Torps are decent. Torps actually are not bad. Okay, that's playable. And these are 140s. 140. Ooh, quick reload on the 140s. Shell velocity? That's not bad. Okay. All right. We'll try Ketsonis as an example. Just for comparison. I do not care for this ship. My suspicion is I'm going to like Bliss 52 better than this ship just because Bliss handles like a destroyer. This ship doesn't look like she's going to handle like a destroyer at all. Like, just looking at the thing, like, ugh. Andrew, so do I. I much prefer the Oosterjutland and all those guys. That's a better line of ships for me. I vastly prefer them. Yeah, we're bottom tier. Only okay. No, I was saying only one other destroyer. That's not true. Shima, Groz, Chungmu, Jaeger, and a submarine. Okay, no planes at least. One radar cruiser. One radar cruiser. All right, we'll see how this goes. Armac, I do not know. It certainly is got. It's got the look of an emerald, doesn't it? Especially with that gun layout. Calling this thing a destroyer feels really awkward. She does not feel like a destroyer, even a little bit. Nah, put the torpedo range back up. I actually like having that. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, give me all the circles. Actually, wait. 9 is the radar and the torpedo. That's fine. We'll put that up. Okay. It's Sturgy. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play along the bottom edge of the sea cap and radar whoever it is that pops in here. Between the Andes and the Menteufel, whatever, hopefully we can harass the bejesus out of somebody. Andrew is apparently not a fan of Ketsonis. Frankly, neither am I. But let's see if I can turn a decent game out in a ship that I'm not a huge fan of it. If you guys are hanging out with me in chat, my mods are going to try and run a giveaway. Now, I don't do giveaways in Twitch or YouTube chat because I stream to both places. I do giveaways in my Discord. Because that way everyone can participate. All right, let's see what we got here. Hello? Hello? Oh. Oh, hey, what up, everybody? Let's beat the crap out of this Jaeger a little bit, shall we? Oh, good, I got him to fire his guns. Thank you. You just did me a huge solid, my dude. You have no radar, and you made the mistake of firing your guns like a Doomkoff. If I do this correctly, that should get you killed. You should never fire your guns back at me, my dude. Excellent. Okay, that worked out.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
Critical engine damage. Problem solved, sir.
That's a Hanover. That does not make me excited. Do not want his secondary presence. Okay, let's see how we do here. I do have the smoke right now. I'm trying to hold it, although maybe I shouldn't because I think I'm getting confused between having the smoke and having the heal. All right. Clearing the Jaeger should make my battleships much happier. Let's move up here and get a cap. I probably should have blown a smoke there. I think that was a mistake. Okay, so... hold on. I'm looking, David. Oh, okay, David. There it is. Love it. Okay, perfect. We'll do it, baby. So yeah, guys, if I've got a giveaway running right now on my Discord, all you have to do, if you're not on my Discord, you can type !Discord in Twitch chat. If somebody could copy paste that over into YouTube chat, that'd be handy. Or it actually might show up over there with the bot. I think the bot will link it and move it over. Actually, it won't because I have bot responses set to not copy over, so that won't work. I'm lit. Ooh, the Chung Mu is back, is he? Well, hi, my dude. How you doing, buddy? Oh, yeah, your torpedoes don't frighten me at all. Now let's use the smoke. This is a Chung Mu who doesn't understand his own ship, and I'm a huge fan of this because it means I can laugh at him. Now, I don't know who's radaring me. Who over there would... Oh, he probably has... Okay, that is a radar Chung Mu, ladies and gentlemen. How interesting. Okay, good. So we need to kill that guy, and we did. Brilliant. Let's keep reversing. We're not dead yet, but we are very, very beat. Oh, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. Okay, good. Whew, we're all right. GM with a follow, thank you much. All right, life is feeling pretty good. We're going to finish this cap. We have successfully murdered the majority of their destroyer core. The rest is up north. We're going to chill here until we finish this cap. Actually, I'm going to troll slightly. Actually, I'll say slightly. We're going to troll north here. Let's get going. I'm having a decent game so far, but I got to say, this is not how I prefer to play Destroyer. Yeah, Andrew, I saw them post about that, the Yamato thing today. Or yesterday, whenever they posted about it.
Torpedoes to starboard.
All right, we caught up here. Whose torpedoes are those? Must be the Johan. Because the Shima and the destroyer, the submarine, are way up north. Let's go sub hunting. I will say so far I would prefer Bliss 52 to this. The heel is nice. The heel is really nice. Electric, I'm more of a stealthy torpedo guy. Like, that's how I learned to play Destroyer back in the day with the Japanese line. So that's what I prefer. That's what I enjoy. I prefer to run around, control points, stalk targets, torpedo the crap out of them, contest zones, beat up other destroyers with my guns. That's my preferred way to play. Okay, the submarine's going to die before I get there. The Shima is still alive, though. Can't have that. Sturgy killed the cockroach. Makes me very happy. Shima got dunked right there. Shima got mega ultra dunked right there. Well, we're about to zero these guys out. They own no caps, and the next thing we kill, this will be over. Let's get up here and continue to do some spotting for these guys. So yeah, guys, we're going to be doing some giveaways over on Discord. Definitely check that out. I have a giveaways channel specifically for that thing. Anybody who is there can participate. You can be watching on YouTube. You can be watching on Twitch. Doesn't matter. I do that intentionally because we stream in all the places now. I don't like excluding anybody. I like everybody to be able to win free stuff. Well, we got 2 battleships running for A10 over here. The Georgia is busily getting farmed. And the Yoshino is... I'm not sure. Actually, I don't know what the Yoshino's doing.
Welcome.
Fumble with the follow. Thank you much. Can't tell if those deep waters are going to hit him or not. Looks like maybe. Can't tell if he has his... Don't know. No way to know if he has his hydro up. Must have. Okay. We're just pursuing the enemy past their spawn area. No big deal. I do have to be at least moderately cautious. These guys, Yoshino's turning around, is he? Here, take some of those. Willem's gonna run out of map. Let's leave him one of those. I'm going to smoke up here and use the Shima as a spotter. And farm this Conqueror for a bit.
Smoke generator started.
Okay, I get one into the Yoshino. And the Shima magically can't see the Conqueror. Nobody can magically see the Conqueror. Okay, I think the Yoshino should be out here. Yep, there he goes. Wonderful.
Nice work.
Oh, wait. Now we can see the Conqueror. Right as I was trying to leave my smoke. Don't do that. Go back. Get back in the smoke so we can do the thing. Ah, he's going to move south. I'm never going to get shells on him for long here. All right. Well, not an amazing game, but a win nonetheless. Dude, Sturgy, you're my hero. You got the cockroach, buddy. Anytime you step on a cockroach in this game is a good game. Stepping on cockroaches. Yeah, that feels like a... Yeah, should be a fairly average... That was not an amazing game. That should be a very mediocre result. Take one of these, Sturgy. Well done. Always feels good to step on the cockroach. The only good bug is a dead bug. All right, let's go play some British boats. It is the 5th of November. We have to play some British boats. David wants me to suffer, so we'll start with Emerald. Just because we can. And because sometimes the middle tier is fun. Sometimes the middle tier can be the middle tiers can be entertaining. Hmm. If he wanted me to suffer, he'd make me play Albemarle. That's fair. Emerald can actually be a sneaky good boat. I've had some of the most crazy games in this ship. I have an old Dev Strike clip floating around where I was on two brothers in an Emerald, and I was on the bottom cap, and I knew there was a KG-5 off to my starboard. And so I just took my torpedoes and kind of like went, that looks about right, and just blind fired them out there. And about 60 seconds later, I'm like waiting for this guy to come around the corner and just blow me off the board, and I torpedoed him to death. Like, stuff like that. It's just, in this goofy ship, right, is hilarious. Whole lot of bots, though. That'll make this interesting. Terp, you're 100% right there. The Brits are so swingy in this game, right? Because there are a lot of really, really good British ships, right? Cossack is amazing. I love Jupiter, what is it, Jupiter 42? I love Jupiter 42. That boat is really fun. I like the British heavy cruisers. I know a lot of folks don't. I enjoy them. The British battle cruisers are really fun to play. I'm not a big fan of the British battleships, the traditional battleship line, but the battle cruisers are a lot of fun. Like, there's some really good boats, but man, have they got some stinkers, huh? Especially for a ship like I look at a ship like KG-5, and that ship legit makes me angry. Like, this is a ship with history, right? And in the game, she just feels so weak at her tier. Now, that might be historically accurate, right? The KGs never got into the, as far as I know, into big battleship engagements the way they were designed for. And they do it a lot in this game, and frankly, they're kind of not great at it. But man, those ships really irritate me. Okay. Starting to find some targets to shoot at here. Let's lay a smoke screen.
Smoke generator started. Smoke screen set.
Let's go for the Königsberg then. Ooh, destroyer. One thing British lights are good at is murdering destroyers. Except I can't hit this guy. Ooh, it's a war canoe. The Reuter just got slapped. Apparently I can hit the war canoe, but only bounce off of him. That makes total sense, doesn't it? There we go. We finally penned him. Okay, hold on. I think I can Citadel this Koenig. No, it would appear not. At least not yet. Maybe now? Maybe now? No. Full pins for days. No Citadels. Let's teach this guy a lesson. Smoke duration 20 seconds. What's my smoke viz? 4-6. Okay, we're not there yet. We are close, though. Need to kill this Okotnik while I can spot him. Very close, very close. Okay. And that just leaves Omaha. I think you're about to beat yourself, my dude. You better be careful. Yep. You done beached yourself. Not amazing. There we go. Get some full pins.
Our team has taken the lead.
Okay, we should start citadeling him now. There we go. And torpedoes? Torpedoes. Let's go. Speaking of torpedoes.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Oh, I got a battleship to my south. I gotta watch out for that guy. Ooh, island in front of me. Let's not make the same mistake that the Omaha did. I'm about to. The good news is that I'm about to make the exact same mistake the Omaha did. Come on, shells. Yes. Bam, we zeroed them out. Is that a flawless? Oh, I didn't take no damage. I took very little damage. You know, Kyle, Emerald... I'm with you. Like, I have such a roller coaster ride with this boat. Right? Like, I have some really good games with it, and then every now and then she does Emerald things, and she just explodes as soon as you look at her. Right? But she is fun to play. Like, you got those quick firing guns. They're just hilarious. They're just hilarious. This is a fun boat. All right, Emerald. Let's go. Let's double back here. Adaldrell's been very patient waiting on this Cossack request. Let's take Cossack into ranked. I love taking Cossack into ranked. She is the ultimate troll in ranked. Fumble, I don't necessarily know I agree with you. I understand the frustration, but there are a lot of historical ships that are in really, like, are some of the best ships. Like Fletcher. Look at it. Like a Fletcher is one of the most amazing ships in the game, right? The Americans, I think, have more ships that I would put into that category, right? There's a lot of really good American ships that were real hulls. Whereas a lot of other navies, the Japanese possibly accepted, kind of stopped building real ships past what we in the game would mostly consider things about like tier 8, right? Assuming they ever built some of these ships at all. There's a lot of navies in the game that we've given ships to that never actually really existed. Falcon, I believe it. Emerald can be sneaky good in the hands of a captain who understands how to play that boat. When I did my Learn to Play the British Cruiser line video, I skipped Emerald intentionally, but there's a part of me that thinks maybe that was a mistake. I might go back and fill that gap in the video series someday. But there are plenty of really, really good like historical like Yamato. Yamato's an excellent boat. Like, I don't like Yamato, but she's a really good battleship. She's fairly tanky. She's not that easy to kill. She hits like a train. There's a lot of things to like about Yamato. I love the Miyoko class heavy cruisers. A lot of good Japanese boats that I love. A lot of their destroyers, perfectly serviceable, like Kagero, right? Really, really good boat. Totally historically accurate. Akizuki, same thing. Yeah, I don't know. There are definitely ships in game, and I think KG5 is on this list, that don't translate, like their legacy in the real world does not translate well into the game for whatever reason. And I think in KG5's case, it all comes down to that main battery, right? Her main battery being undersized a little bit because the Brits were still trying to adhere to the treaty restrictions. Among so many other things, just means that KG5 is just and part of the reason I think that ship doesn't translate well is the way that Wargaming chose to translate those ships into World of Warships. The British battleship line, the main battleship line, is so HE focused, right? I agree with you there, Kyle. But some of that is also because Duke of York was radically shifted from what they had originally intended that boat to be. I've told the story of Duke of York before. Have you heard it, Kyle? I'm not sure. I'm sure there are some folks in chat that haven't. But let me know if you have, because I'm curious if you've been around when I've talked about that before. In terms of how Duke of York came to be in the version she is now. You haven't. When Duke of York was first, you weren't deleted. I'm looking at it right now. I can see your chats, Fel. It might now. I will say Twitch might have auto-modded you depending. Oh, that would be why. There you go. Okay. I say if Twitch sometimes will auto-mod people if they're posting things that they shouldn't. We do have restrictions on posting links because we don't like bots coming in and spamming things. So if you want to post a link, let us know. We can give you mod permission for that.
Smoke generator started.
That's going to hurt a little bit.
Ship is on fire. Smoke screen set.
Okay, he's on a double fire. He's gonna be cooking in there for a bit. Let's get out here and spot him for my boys. Oh, never mind. Bridgeport picked him up. Oh. Wasn't paying attention to my own detection. That's my own fault. Well, since I'm already spotted, I'm going to keep pitching in until I get cover.
Torpedoes to port.
There we go. Okay. Now that we've got hard cover... Oh, he took another fire. LOL. Get wrecked. Now that we've got hard cover, we'll probably lay off the guns for a spell. I took a little extra damage there that I probably shouldn't have. That makes me sad. Okay, there we go. Did he put that fire out? He put that fire out. Okay, Sims got spotted. I'm going to keep this guy lit back here. Come on, guys.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
I'm doing work back here. I need you to pitch in. I'm not going to the other side of this island. I'm not trapping myself over there with this guy. Because if I put this island to my back and he decides to turn and try to run me down, I'm a dead man. I am not playing that game. But we're going to regret letting this guy live. I'm going to get to the south side of this island and then maybe... Okay, the Sims can keep him picked up if he wants. Right now, we're going to keep pushing down the 7 line. I'm not chasing that guy to the ends of the earth. Not without more ocean to work with.
Attention. Reporting the target position.
There we go.
Engine boost deactivated.
Now, Chaser, I did not know that. That's interesting. So you're telling me that they didn't model KG-5's armor accurately in game. That's interesting. I did not know that. We're gonna stay over here and keep this Atago honest. My Sharn's beat up, but yep, that's what I wanted, baby. I wanted to keep him honest. I will drive you to the end of the map if I have to, my friend. You're also at least 2 heals in. So in other words, KG-5 we have in game is under-armored for the tier she's in. Or just under-armored because they had to neuter the armor scheme because they put her at tier 7? Is that what y'all were saying? Yeah, that's what y'all were saying, basically? Tago's trying to heal again. Pretty much. Okay, interesting. I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. Well, you know what I mean. It's interesting that they've... One of the things that we have occasionally dinged wargaming on, for better for worse, right, is that occasionally it feels like they will not make good decisions for game balance because they're busy trying to... It just feels like occasionally they need to do a better job of balancing the game, right? All right, they got a whole mess of people trying to push B, and the Atago's trying to get back into the war. I can keep him lit out here. I don't have to get super close to him. He should be like a 9-2 detection.
Our team has taken the lead.
We're going to keep him lit. We got a 2-ship lead now. The Akazuki is pressed into B. But we've got a nice, comfortable lead, and I want them to kill this clown.
All stations defend that area.
Sims has already got A covered anyway. Yeah, I can tell. He's Hydro's up or he spotted him coming, one or the other. Maybe both. This Scharnhorst is never going to hit him at this range, though. Sims is going to back cap A because the Aki is clearly in B. Okay. So the Itago's going to push back in. That means it's my turn to do things. The Itago's is on his way to J10. So I'm going to leave him there, and we're going to get back to the middle of the map. We have successfully taken him out of the game, essentially. So let's go be useful. Now he wants to get into the fight.
Our victory is in sight.
Chaser, I would agree. Like, there's nothing wrong. Like, Bismarck is essentially... I think you said it right. Like, she is a flawed ship, but she is not a bad ship, right? So... this is a weird battle in terms of Cossack, right? Cossack normally likes that she's a cap contester, among other things. But what I ended up doing there was essentially watching this Itago player play. He made it pretty clear he had no interest in participating in the game. So I was like, all right, well, here's what we're going to do, boys. We are just going to run you out of the battle. And that's exactly what we did. And he just chose to run with it. And we stole a sneaky kill there at the end, and life goes on. As a destroyer player, you generally won't find folks that'll do that, right? Like, if I'm in an Itago, I have very little qualms about pushing a Cossack if it's just me and the Cossack, right? I outgun him, for starters. And my torpedoes hit just as hard. And my Hydro has a longer range. The trick is, if the Cossack wants to stay away from me, he can. That's fine. Stay away from me. But I'm going to maneuver how I want to maneuver. Now, the Itago also had another problem, right? Most of my battleships were in a position where if he decided to turn around and push back in, he was going to get slapped, right? He took a lot of damage early and was not in a great spot until he went through a couple of heals to become relevant again. But basically... in that instance, all I'm doing is playing sheepdog. I'm just escorting him to the back of the map. And he's voluntarily making that move. I'm not forcing it on him, but because of where my battleships are positioned and how he's playing conservatively, if I just keep him lit, he's going to keep running. And sometimes in Cossack and any destroyer, especially in these limited formats where it's 6v6, you can basically just isolate an entire ship out of the battle like that. Don't sleep on those opportunities when they show up. They're not often. They're not common, let's say. But when they show up, they can be impactful like they were in that game. He did, Classic. By the time he decided to turn around and get back into the fight, he was in J10. Well, by then it's too late, man. Your team is 3 ships down. They're fighting over the central cap, and you're behind. You're 10 kilometers behind where you spawned. You're not useful to anybody at that point. Guys, huge shout out to my mods tonight. They are running giveaways like crazy. Formula, I just played Cossack. I had a different request. I'm going to send your points back. Please feel free to go to... my Discord and try your shot at getting some free stuff, okay? It's Wargaming's free stuff. It's not mine. But it's not doing me any good. I want to get rid of it. Okay. Let's see. Vanguard. We're going to play Vanguard in randoms. I happen to like this ship, but there are a lot of people that don't. Let's talk about why. There's a lot of people that don't like Vanguard. We'll come back and I'll take this lightning request in a minute, Electric. When Vanguard was first released, most people dismissed her because her armor scheme is very soft. She does not hold up well in like battleship on battleship duels. This is really bad matchmaking for this ship, okay? I'm bottom tier. Now, I'm not useless, but I have to play smart, let's say. But Vanguard has some things going for her that I think a lot of folks misunderestimate, to quote George W. Bush. One of those is she's fairly accurate. I look at this ship as kind of the prototype of where they eventually landed with the British battlecruiser guns, because this ship predates the British battlecruiser line. So she has the standard kind of British battleship HE. Her AP is fairly punchy, and the ship is fairly accurate. In exchange for that, she's not that tough, right? She does get the super heal. This is really handy, right? I have essentially the British light cruiser, British cruiser super heal. So that means if I get, this is a ship that if I take a fire, I'll just let it burn. I just don't care. Fire damage and flood damage in World of Warships is 100% repairable. Every point of it you can get back. Citadel damage is only repairable up to a certain percentage. So when you take Citadel damage, you got to be smart. But taking fire and flood damage is less of a problem for a ship like this. Vanguard is not a ship wants to brawl. Vanguard wants to kick back at long range, preferably no closer than medium range. Say, 10 kilometers or more is uncomfortable. 10 kilometers or closer is uncomfortable in a Vanguard. You want to be farther away than that for sure. But if you fight at mid range, man, life feels pretty good. And the base range on these guns is, look at this, is 20 clicks. Let's see if I can. The other thing is that the AP is fairly punchy. If that Moskva goes bow in and I led the shells right, I won't do much to him. But it's possible. If he turned a different way, nope, I overshot him. See, I'm happy to get in a duel with this guy. He can do this with me all day long because I'll just heal off that fire damage. I just don't care. I think I'm a little behind him. If memory serves, these shell velocities are a little slow on the way down. I might have led those decently though. Let's see. Okay, we got a little clip damage out of it. I'll take it. But, like, this is exactly the kind of range that Vanguard does not mind getting into. Oh, really? This guy's bold. Look at him. He's barely moving. That is bold. I should have led them a little more than I did, but I might still get a good hit. Yep. Bingo. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of thing that Vanguard can do. And a lot of folks don't understand that about this ship, and they think she's crap, and she's not crap at all. You just have to understand. You have to understand the guns you're dealing with. Oh no, Vanguard does not like getting into long-range duels. Vanguard doesn't like fighting other battleships. She hates fighting other battleships because they will dunk her given half a chance. But fighting other cruisers, she's really good at that. She loves fighting cruisers. And at longer ranges, like I'm going to take a pot shot at this Colombo here in a sec. I don't mind that either, just because, fine. Although I bet his SAP will do mean things to me. I also am betting I can heal most of that back. Yeah, dunk that Akazuki for me, would you? Come on. What are you doing, Colombo? We're going to try that. Who was that? Dennis, welcome in. I'm a little behind him still. The velocity on these shells is just a little worse than I thought. Yeah, not a great salvo there. Not a great one. The other thing is that if they go bow into you, I can always just change to the HE. Ooh, I should have gunloader expert or whatever it is on this boat, and I don't have it. Our gearing just got absolute... Oh, no, their gearing just got absolutely dunked by somebody. Oop. Columbo's turning. I should have kept the AP in the barrel. Well, we're going to hit him with the HE here as he goes by. You got to treat this ship like a British battlecruiser and the fact that you're going to switch ammo types fairly regularly. Okay. We should be able to easily push this now. We get rid of this Columbo, we're going to be able to easily push this cap. Alright, how new? Let me get all my turrets turned here. Let's see if we can kill this Columbo. We really need to kill this guy while he's low. If we let him get to another heal, we're going to regret our life choices. He needs to die. You've so got to die. Excellent. What the hell is a Messina? What the hell? Okay, Orkon, Halnu, Moskva, none of these ships frighten me overly much. We're going to get up here and see if we can dunk the Howden. Yep, there he is. Keep that turn. Hold that turn, buddy. See if I led those right. Get down, shells. Let's go. Get down, shells. Bam! That's what we're talking about. Her Majesty says... Her Majesty's Royal Navy says hello. You Dutch scallywag.
The ship is on fire.
I just don't care about the bomb hits and fires because I will 100% just heal it all back. Oh no. Look, guys, I have to push my fancy heal.
Torpedoes, direct front.
The Howden's AP actually hits pretty decently. But so does mine. All right. We're tight on ships, but we're not doing so hot in a lot of other ways. I like that my guns are staggered at this point. It gives this Howden some bad choices. If I that salvo was not led correctly. Your AP loses its punch at this range, my dude. We got to kill these cruisers. I hate chasing these guys to the ends of the earth, but if we don't, we're gonna be here. Like, we've got to dunk these guys. They have to die. Oh, good. The Colbert's getting in on this action. Let's go. That second salvo looks pretty good. I hit him. I just didn't hit him that hard. I'm trying to drop one through his deck here, but it's not that easy. Stay on him, Colbert. We're going to get him. Yeah, his deck armor, I think, is just too stinking good. I think the Colbert's going to have to burn him down. Looks like the Colbert's got him. We're going to get back on the Howden here. Stay on him, Colbert. I got to get my stern turrets around. There we go. All right, Moskva bought it. I'm not sure where the Orcon effed off to, but unfortunately, we've sort of left our team to die over here, which makes me a little sad. Okay, yeah, we need to go back here. I'm going to cut back towards mid. While I do that, I need to keep shells going out on this Howden. We got to kill this clown. Well, Matthew, I apologize. King of the Sea this year is scheduled essentially at the worst time possible. That's what I was saying at the top of the stream. You might have missed it. It's cool. Basically, Zath was out last weekend. I'm out this weekend. He's out next weekend. And so, like, it just, there's no weekend that lines up that the two of us, the tournament is running, that will both be available. I think he may try and cast with Puddin'. I don't know. I don't know. That might actually hurt. I do not want to get in a gunfight with a Massachusetts. Pretty please. That would make me very, very sad. Oh, hey, what up, Warcon? Man, my turret traverse is killing me right now. Come on, guns. Okay, we're gonna put some yeah, let's put some AP. Now let's leave the AP in the barrel. Okay, let's pick up the speed. We're tight on ships. We're not in terrible shape here. What is this mass doing? He's dead. Perfect. I love everything that just happened. I do not want to get in a brawl with an Izumo. However, I don't mind throwing shells at him. Yep, he's turning. That's exactly the kind of shot we want. Good pins. Good full pins there. Love everything that just happened. Please don't murder me. Okay, he's dead. Alright, so they're down to 3 destroyers and a Napoli. I'm not ready to use that heal just yet. And we have a gearing chasing our carrier. What in the actual hell is happening in this game? This is such a weird game. They're so oddly dispersed everywhere. Alright. I'm in a position where... Let me help with the Napoli. And then I'm going to go help the gearing. If the Hornet can keep him lit, we can probably put him off the board. Napoli's reversing. Gearing's out of smoke. Yep, there he is. Oh, the gearing's on 1,000 HP. Just kill that guy. Holy crap. Napoli's reversing. Okay, I'm not going to have good shots here. Schlieffen takes 2. Oh my god, how's this guy still alive? Napoli takes a couple of torpedoes there. All right, Gearing buys it. Gearing a Schlieffentorp. That is a riot. What the hell just happened? That is so funny. All right, Napoli's coming out from behind the island. He's still flooding in there. Let's see if we can dunk him. That looks pretty good. What the F just happened?
Enemy cruiser destroyed. Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Orcon versus Jaeger is a problem, but I cannot be everywhere at once. I've got to kill this Howden. You're telling me the Jaeger is down south. Our Minnesota is on 320 hit points, ladies and gentlemen. It's fine, my dude. I have 3 heals left. Bomb me all you like. What in the actual hell?
Enemy cruiser sunk.
Well, Vanguard's a survivor, I suppose. I don't know why our Lo Yang won't go deal with him, but whatever. The enemy Jaeger has 100% got the red haze craze here. Look at this guy. The Lo Yang and I are playing the objectives. I don't think these guys can win at this point, but it's not going to stop them from trying. Ooh, he got dunked. That hit hard. Alright, well those are basically blind shots. We'll see what happens. We get up here in cap, we can probably still pull this out. These guys can't afford to get lit again. The Jaeger and the Gearing died so far out of position. I'm just not convinced they can win this game as long as we play smart. The Orcon is close.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
You crazy son of a bitch.
Oh, wow, look at this guy. He's been waiting for me.
We're taking on water.
He's literally right here. What up, my dude? Wow, that's ballsy. Stupid, but ballsy. Because I had HE loaded, and that means you died. Your torpedoes don't hit me that hard, my dude. Okay, that's the game. The Orcon should never have stayed. That was 100% a mistake. I have 45,000 hit points. No, that should never have happened. They might have had a way to sneak that game back, but not after that. Not against British battleship HE. If I have HE in the barrel, that guy's lucky he doesn't just explode.
Torpedoes astern. Torpedoes astern.
You're in a stern chase now, my dude.
Torpedoes astern.
You'll never catch me now. I'll just run from you for the rest of eternity. We would have won that game in another 6-7 seconds anyway. Yeah, he would have been better off picking a fight with the other destroyer. Like, he probably could have just straight up killed the other destroyer. And he was trying. Once the radar went up, he knew where I was. That let him fire his torpedoes. Of course, the radar also tells me he's close. Radar, in that case, gives his information in both directions. That's challenging, right? And it tells me, as soon as I see the torpedoes, put the brakes on. He's not going to get a depth strike on me. Even if all 5 of them hit, he's not depth striking me. That's a good game. Tough game, though. Their destroyers played really, really, really well, and apparently ours didn't. I've got a CAG and a Vamp Deuce down at the bottom. That's rough. I don't even know what happened on the other side of the map. That Howden Liu and the Orcon's going to get one of these. These guys, this dude and the Jaeger getting the red haze craze, honestly, I think cost him the game. I think if that guy and the gearing was low enough on HP, maybe not, I don't know what, but the Jaeger had tons of HP until that last bomb drop. If he's playing up near the caps, I'm in trouble. He could probably just wipe me out, right? But with him playing on the bottom of the map so he can kill the carrier, that was one of those games that's close enough that you have to make, in my opinion, when you're playing a destroyer, you got to make smart decisions about what's going to win my team the game. Some people play for their own personal XP result, and that's fine, but you get more XP if you win. So focus on the win, and you'll always get more XP, right? But I think that game's a good example of the things that Vanguard does pretty well, right? She doesn't mind dunking cruisers. The HE is quite serviceable. I need to rebuild the captain and put the goofy shell changing skill on her because you'll do that all the time in this boat, right? But the AP is punchy at most ranges that a lot of British battleships cannot even contemplate, right? You said Liberty Harbor, and it reminded me I haven't even been over here tonight. I could have been working on these missions. It's all right. I'll plug them in now. It's cool. Yeah, Vanguard. Love that. Great game. All right. What else have we got in the queue here? I got plenty of time. Plymouth Soviet carrier, Calyx. Why do you hate me? Whoa. Lightning and it says Royal Sovereign, whatever a Duncan is. I think that's a Duncan, right? Isn't that right? What is a Royal? You're gonna make me look. You're gonna make me go look it up now to make sure I get it right because I don't know. I can type. Monster for a couple of reasons. One is I like having goals and things to chase. Another is as you work through the memory note stuff, right? You still get like all of this stuff, right? I get bonuses and captains and coal and yeah, why not, right? I also feel like if I'm going to comment to players and wargaming on things they add to the game, I should at least have played it. I should at least have tried it, right? And there is the collection. There is the collection. Duncan's G3 Tier 9. Yeah. Duncan. I know what Duncan is. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What is a... Okay, Royal Sovereign is a Tier 7? Okay, so Terp, are you still here then? GQ Johnny, I've seen a few GQ Johnnies floating around. I have a Johnston, so I look at GQ Johnny and just go, eh. But if you don't have one, go get it, baby. Go get it. Tier 7 with secondaries and submarine surveillance. Okay. There she is. Royal Sovereign. That looks like a Warspite. Isn't this a Warspite? Royal Sovereign is its own class. Okay. They look like Warspite guns. Am I crazy? 381 42s? I'm not crazy. Those are Warspite guns. Okay. Improved Warspites. Okay, that makes sense. So she was a one-off improved Warspite, basically. Interesting. Warspite's guns are good. There's a lot to like about it. Sub-surveillance, probably the British Hydro. Short duration British Hydro. Super heal. That's intriguing. That's actually legitimately interesting. I've never played this boat. This looks curious. Since I have the sub-surveillance, let's take the airstrike mod. You said she's a secondary build? I mean... 6.6 is not amazing. I don't get manual secondaries, but I guess I just get improved secondaries. I'm tempted not to build too heavy into the secondaries, though. Like, I still feel like main battery dispersion is better. Let's compare this to Warspite. I'm at 18.6, 246 dispersion, whereas down at tier 6, I'm 2 kilometers less and 219 mils. That's unbuffed, because I've gone turret traverse. Because Warspite has crazy slow turrets. Is this something that Sovereign has? No. Okay, they found some WD-40 before they built Royal Sovereign's turrets. Let's go. There's a Soviet version of this. Well, let's play the British version tonight. One thing at a time. So the dispersion, I get 2 kilometers and change more of range. The dispersion gets worse accordingly. But Warspite has never felt terribly inaccurate. I'll build it for secondaries to try it. I'm not convinced it's the good way to build the boat, but we'll give it a go. I'll try anything once. I think we go DCSM here, and probably main armaments mod. Maybe? What are my other options? Nah. Probably not. Although, I'm British. I have 15. Yeah, 15 second duration. I don't need that. Okay. So, we've done this. We've done this. Let's go grab us one of these. And where's my Devonport flag? That's Marseille. It's you, right? That's Malta. That'll do. Malta's good. Malta's a British holding. Was a British holding. All right, let's build this thing out. I think we want... I'm kind of torn here. I've got the crazy super heal. I'm going to just pick that to start with. Do I really feel like I need the turret traverse? It's not bad. Let's roll with it for now. We'll take the improved secondaries. That gives me 9.5 range of secondaries. That's not bad. Let's burn the fires less. Let's get the extra heal. I think that's useful. And this is manual secondaries. Let's do that. 3 points left. Do I want repair party or do I want focus fire? I think I go focus fire here. My guess is her AA is not amazing. It's not. It's okay. But this does get my airstrike down again, which with the sub-surveillance feels like maybe not a bad way to go. I'm also picking up another flak puff. Okay, so do I want emergency repair specialist? I think I do. Let's try that. Yeah, I don't think I put the secondary flag on yet. That sounds about right, Chaser. I'll go give it a shot here in a sec. Actually, one more thing. What's the fire chance here? 13%. Okay, I don't think we need... no adrenaline rush. Ooh, that feels terrible. I think I got to do adrenaline rush, don't I? But then I lose my extra heal charge. This is actually a tough build. I think I need to take fire prevention or the extra heal. Let's take the extra heal and ditch fire prevention. Because I have super heal, which means fire prevention is probably slightly less valuable. BOS would not be terrible, but I think I'm going to pass. I think I'm going to stick with focused fire training, which means now I can either pick up turret traverse or faster consumables. Let's do faster consumables. Let's try this. That's a bit of an odd... So the I think the 2-point skill is better for purely AA. But what I'm trying to do right here is cycle my... Because I have sub-surveillance, I'm trying to cycle my airstrikes as quickly as possible. So I can drop... Every 20 seconds, I can drop a plane, right? That was the thought process here. This would be better in terms of just straight up AA. And it might be better that I swap them around. That would make the depth charges hit harder. Ooh, those don't hit all that hard, do they? You have a good point about that. Oh, I see where you're going with the AA thing. I see where you're going. What's my main battery reload? 30 flat. Okay. All right, I'm actually gonna try it your way, Chaser. Electric. I like that. We're gonna keep this build. We're gonna go the extra heal. We're gonna take the 2-point skill. I think at that point, maybe vigilance. Vigilance would feel good. I could also. I've already taken the turret traverse. My bad. I could also take. I could take gun feeder and another 1-pointer. There we go. Let's try that. Okay, let's try that. I like that better. Drop grease and go brisk. Oh, 23 knots is rough. I see your point. I don't know. With a ship that this detectable, I'm not sure about brisk. I'm going to try this. If it's crap, it's crap. Okay, now I do have the secondary buff, and I'm at 9.5. That seems to be as max that I can get them. All right, we've done flags. We've done everything else. Let's do it. Royal Sovereign. Never tried this boat. Thank you for the request, Terp. This will be entertaining, to say the least. I have not played this much random in weeks. Probably the last time I played I've played a little dribs and drabs of random here and there, but like for the last 2 weeks, I will log in and play asymmetric and do a couple operations to get my little Liberty Harbor stuff done and log out with a smile on my face. I'm becoming a PvE player, guys. I am. No, Terp, I love it. Thank you for the request. Yeah, I won't say I'm quite there yet, Chaser, but I can absolutely see myself sliding in that direction. Mike's like, where the fuck you been? I can see myself sliding that direction. I've reached a point where I want to be able to just kind of sit down and log in and just blow up some boats and just not, just have a good time, man. Not sweat it. All right, I got a sub to hunt. We're top tier. We are top tier, and I got cruisers to shoot with my big old Warspite AP. That makes me happy. Cthulhu, one of us. Too funny. Exactly right, Green. It is just less stress, right? It's just easier, for lack of a better way to put it. It's a little more relaxing. There's no other way to put it. Sorry, I'm shuffling things around here in terms of how I've got OBS laid out. Okay, here we go. All right. Let's put AP in the barrel. Let's fix... I want that. Okay, that'll do. All right, the turret traverse is more than workable. Sharn on my right, Cavour on my left. Where's the submarine? Submarine's on my left, we're going left. I really want to see how well the sub-surveillance is or isn't useful. This thing's mast looks like a Texas. Am I crazy? This mast looks American. It's like they looked at what the Americans were doing with their battleship masts and were like, hey, we'll do that. That looks just like the mast structure on like a New York class battleship to me.
You crazy son of a bitch.
Green Monster with the sub. Thank you very much. Welcome in. Unfortunately, Wix, it's a tier 7. I can't tell if you're mocking me or not. I'll be honest, Claptrap, if they kept asymmetric and ditched co-op, I'd be fine with it. I have been enjoying the hell out of asymmetric lately. I really have. What are we doing, Königsberg? Woo! Bullseye! Dunked. All right, most of the team is headed to this A-cap. Her Majesty's Royal Navy says hello, ya kraut.
All stations, proceed to capture that area.
The Kirov 8 Omaha torpedoes. What the hell just happened? That is an oddball. Oh, hello, Pensacola. Hi. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Do it. Yeah. Oh my god, look at the salvo. Look at this salvo. Let's go. Pepsi Cola. Tastes like chicken.
Got him!
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
Come on out, Königsberg. Come on out, buddy.
All stations, protect that target.
We destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Let's friggin' go. Terp, thank you for this amazing game. I just want to say thank you. This is so awesome. What's going to be amazing, check this out. I'm in a secondary duel with a Scharnhorst, and he can no longer see me. We just John Cena'd this guy. Oh, and he just ate a mountain of torpedoes, and he's taken more. Oh. We are destroying this team. This is hilarious. Oh, man, what a riot. I'm not even getting the chance to go dunk this submarine. That's going to make me super sad. Oh, hi, Shinanomi. Take some of that. I've got a few secondary hits. I got a secondary fire on the Königsberg while he was tucked in behind the island there. I'm about to get some secondary hits on this Weimar. He doesn't realize it yet, but I am lurking here to ruin his life. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this Weimar wore his brown pants. He's going to need them.
Ship is on fire. Torpedoes, direct front.
Wow. Okay. Now that I'm in a 3-on-1, this feels a lot less cool. But I am having a good time, at least.
Torpedoes, dead ahead. Torpedoes to port.
Okay, that's a problem. I'm not sure I can dodge those ones.
Problem solved, sir.
We're gonna try it, though. I did speed up.
Torpedoes to starboard. Confirmed penetration.
Koenig is probably gonna end me, although I'm 10 seconds to a heal. I might make it.
Torpedoes to starboard.
This looks bad. This looks bad. Yep. I almost made it to my next heal. That was hilarious, though. I'm not sure I didn't just throw my ship away, but man, it was fun. Have a good one, Cthulhu. No, Green, I learned that the hard way. She is not tanky, but damn, she is fun. By the way, can I complain about something petty for a minute? They added these stupid ribbons, the whole assisted instruction, but you get they're useless. They mean nothing. You get no XP for them. So why have them? They're just not good. Definitely some with secondaries. I mean, I have 100 secondary hits and a whole bunch of fires, and I didn't fire that much HE, so the fires are definitely out of the secondary armament there. I don't think these guys can win, but it's going to be, like, I think they might kill this Cavour. We'll see. That was hilarious fun, though. I like this boat. So this was one you could get out of containers? Is that what y'all were saying? Or no, that was how you can get it. They're going to add, you think they're going to add it to the containers for, like, for Christmas or something? Or the Tier 7 premium containers, is what I'm seeing. All right, Minsk and Fubu are in a gunfight. Feels bad for the Minsk. Ooh, Fubu took care of him. Nicely done.
Our team has taken the lead.
Classic. This is the black art. This is really good. This is scotch I don't mind, right? I won't pay what they want for a bottle of this, so thank you for sharing. But this is really tasty. Yeah, that's so okay. So she was in the goofy overpriced crate system they've gone to. That irritates me. I hate seeing that. This poor Cavour. He's just going to get harassed by this S-61 until he's dead. This guy's never going to let him cap. Farragut needs to get his smoke up and get in it real quickly. The sub can spot you through there. You go. Ooh. Oh my, ladies and gentlemen, that's a good-looking torpedo salvo. Farragut's going to land 2 of those. That's going to hurt. Nicely done. This Farragut is loving his AP. So right now, the angle on the AP is not terrible, but since we know this Koenig just burned his DCP, he'd be better off with the HE, but the Shinonomi's got him anyway. He's dead. And that just leaves everyone's favorite troll class to keep the game alive, the enemy submarine. Big Terp, thank you for this request. This is a ship that I'll put into my Tier 7 rotation for sure. She's fun. All right, Cavour. Get her. The submarine's just like, I'm going for it. He's going to get it. Okay, that was a riot. I am extremely satisfied with this battle. Are you not entertained? The submarine used the final torpedo on the Cavour and got the kill by flooding right as time expired. That was hilarious. Oh my god. Okay, so apparently I did okay in XP wise. Not as much damage out of the fires, but a pretty good chunk of damage out of the secondaries. So yeah, the secondary build there, generating some results in the middle tiers. That's nice. That's nice. Love it. Giveaways are still running, guys. We're trying to give away a whole mountain of codes tonight. Make sure you join the Discord over there. And try to win some of Wargaming's free stuff. These are older codes, sir, but they check out. These are 14.8 codes. So if you win a code and you've watched other streamers and you've redeemed your limit or whatever, give it to a friend. Give it to somebody else, okay? They're good until, I think, Friday. So don't wait. I'm trying to get rid of these tonight because I've let them sit around too long. That's my fault. They're still good for now, but they're good tonight and tomorrow night and maybe Friday. But Friday's iffy, right? They probably expire like midnight EU time on Friday or something. So don't wait. If you win one and you can't use it, give it to a buddy. Tell them to use it right away, okay? All right, that was good. What else we got in here? Plymouth. Does Huron count as British? I'm going to say no. Huron is very, very, very Canadian. I might still take you up on it, though, because I do like Huron. Electric wants the Lightning game. I'm going to go play. I'm going to take that one. I like Lightning, and I have not played Lightning in a hot minute. I think I'm going to take her into Ranked. Almost every time we do this, we end up comparing Lightning to Cossack. But I think I still like Lightning of her own accord. I think she gets a bit of a bad rap because Cossack is so gross. But I really do think Lightning is a pretty good boat. All right, let's take her back into Ranked. It's a really interesting question, isn't it, Iron Light? I've always wondered that. I've always wondered what they do with that. How do you like your battle? That battle was extremely satisfying, but I have clicked the extremely dissatisfied button plenty of times in my life. So, what they do with that, I couldn't tell you. I do know for a fact, when we went to, we did the CC Summit in St. Petersburg in 2019. This was 6 years ago. I still got to tell you guys the Duke of York story. Remind me. We went to, there you go, Chaser. Went to St. Pete, and at the time, the carrier rework was 6 months old. Fairly new. Cossack and Kid. That does not make me happy. Because the Cossack and I have basically the same detection, and I don't want to run into that guy. In any event, we go to St. Petersburg, and we're talking about all of the various things about the carrier rework. Wargaming is intent, clearly, on trying to make the point to us, because we are very vocal about our feelings on the carrier rework at that stage, which at that point was less than 6 months old. And it had a lot of problems. They had reworked the entire carrier class, but had not reworked anti-aircraft fire to go with it. That patch literally dropped while we were in St. Petersburg. In any event, we're talking through all this stuff, and they literally start pulling up stats where they have been tracked. They can track, when you log in, of course, when you log out, the previous battle. Was there a carrier in it? Were you sunk by the carrier? Did that cause you, did you log out right after? Do they think there's correlation there? All these kinds of things they were looking at. It was really interesting, and it gave me a new insight into how much time they spend kind of trying to read your mind as a player. But it also makes me wonder, sometimes, why not just ask? Right? We'll tell you. That's kind of what the extremely satisfied, not satisfied question, I think, is intended to do. It's we're asking. Okay. But, why not? I think they do that on a battle-by-battle basis because if you send people emails, you probably don't get responses. A lot of folks won't take the time to respond to an email survey, as an example. I mean, Formula, there was a time that they were tracking that stuff. Now, do they still? I could not begin to tell you. I'd have no idea if they still track that or not. Harlem and Bagration. Bagration is hydro, not radar. Harlem is hydro, not radar. Cossack is 3-kilometer hydro. Okay. We're going to get up here with my short-range hydro and just try to make sure that nobody pushes through this gap. I completely agree, Grant.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
That's really cool, Chaser. I know so little about British, British ship design. That's actually really cool. Thank you for the info, by the way. All right, this Rodney is close.
You crazy son of a bitch, you did.
Who was that? Sistrum with the resub. Thank you very much. Appreciate the kind words. We're going to back up a bit. I'm going to see if I can get torps on this Rodney. Looks like that's a no.
Smoke generator started.
That's going to hurt. Oh, he shorted most of it.
Critical engine damage. Smoke screen set. Problem solved, sir.
Let's get out of here. I'm not sitting here while a Harlem charges me. Oh, hi. Please, please, please blind yourself. Thank you. You make me so happy when you do this. This kid has screwed up by the numbers here, ladies and gentlemen, to some extent. Because he blinded himself. The Harlem can see me, and I'm not sure how, but right now, I don't want to be in a gunfight with this kid, but I've at least got a little bit of support back here. That makes me somewhat happy. Okay, now he can't spot me anymore. But with the Baltimore radar still ticking, the reverse is not true. Unfortunately, my Baltimore went and got himself murdered. This makes me very sad. I need to kill this kid while I can see him, even if it means probably selling my ship for it. I really don't want to do that, but this guy has to die, because if he doesn't, he's going to come back like a cockroach. Okay, there we go. We traded our Baltimore for a kid. I don't know that that's a great trade, but I'm going to take the trade. Their Cossack is beat to hell. I'm actually in decent shape. Okay, this is not bad. We can make this work. Okay, I'm not sure what I torpedoed. It must have been the Harlem. Let's cut back to mid here and see if I can be useful with the torpedoes. Their battleships are horribly out of position. That North Carolina is way too far north to be useful. I've got to be at least a little cautious of this Cossack, although I think he's still in smoke over here. Okay. Let's go see if we can get some use out of the Conga torps. Got to be cognizant of my range. I'm 5.5 detection. I do not want to get spotted. This guy looks like he's moving up slightly. He is. He's moving up slowly. Enjoy. Let's go steal this American smoke and farm him for a bit, shall we? Oh, the American smoke is expiring already. I just got here! That makes me sad. Those torpedoes look really good, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, Conga torps. Come on, Conga line torps. 2? 2. I'll take it. Oh, hey, what up? Ah! See if we can get a fire on this guy. There we go. That's what we wanted. Keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on. I'll get the bow fire. Come on, bow fire. Let's get out of here. I'm not sitting here while the Cossack torpedoes me. Alright. He lived, unfortunately. Very sad. Got to back off a little bit. I do not want this Monarch to spot me.
I need support.
My dude, you're charging into like 5 of them. What you need is to back the hell off. Monarch's trying to tuck himself in here.
Smoke generator started.
Well, that didn't get you anywhere.
Smoke screen set.
Okay, I need to back off. I have very little support out here right now. Let's go be somewhere else. This is a close game because we're down 2 ships. Because I cannot seem to get people to just stop throwing their ships away. I don't know why that's so bloody difficult, but it seems to be difficult. Right now I'm missing my speed boost, but I'm going to have torps that are coming back here in a sec. Yeah, see KG-5 basically just bouncing off the North Carolina armor right there. That's the kind of crap that makes me sad and angry at the same time. We played really well up until our battleships just didn't understand how to win the game. Yeah, our KG-5 is dead, too. Well, so this irritates me a little bit because I love this boat. I know how good she is, but my team just didn't show up here, which makes me really sad. The good news is I think he turned into at least some of those torpedoes.
Problem solved, sir.
1, 2, 3. Not enough for a kill, unfortunately, because Monarch. And then there was me. Well, one of us showed up to play, and then there was the rest of the team. Literally the only ship that they've lost is the kid I went out of my way to kill.
You cowards!
So bloody irritating. Like, I went out of my way to kill the kid while the Baltimore radar was up, and I'm the only person with a kill.
The enemy is about to win.
I think he's taken at least one here. Nope, he found a gap. Should have shorted that other salvo a little better. I'm going to make him wait. You're going to get the win. I'm going to make you earn. I'm going to make you go the whole distance for it, baby. It's ranked. It's not 7v7. It's 1v13. Oh my God, you're so right. You're so right. So, Lightning... better than Cossack, worse than Cossack, debatable. She has more torpedo power than Cossack. Cossack has more gun power, same detection. I think Cossack's speed boost gives her a nice edge, like, in my opinion. So there you go. But I do like Lightning. Lightning is a very underrated destroyer. I think Tier 8 is 100% where the British destroyer line finally comes into its own. I was talking to somebody on YouTube a couple of weeks ago. We were trading messages on some video I had posted, and he was like, man, I'm really struggling with British destroyers. I said, yeah, the mid-tier ones are rough, buddy. Like, Icarus and Jervis and all that mess in the middle tiers is just, they're rough. But when you get to Tier 8, the line suddenly comes together to be like, Well, welcome back, Alan. I see you there. You're back now. Thank you kindly. All right, what do we got in here? Plymouth? Plymouth. Do I have a Plymouth. All right, I'll try it. I may not get to this Soviet carrier thing tonight because I do not enjoy... well, you say you have torpedo range, Kyle. I disagree. 8-kilometer range on torpedoes at Tier 8 is bad. It's bad. But with a 5.5 detection... it's workable. It's not easy, but it's workable. I do like my Plymouth. Plymouth is a fun boat. This is like what Edinburgh wants to be at Tier 10, right? All right, let's see. Plymouth for 4BF. I might take this Huron request just because I haven't played Huron in a while. Calax, I'm going to send your points back for Soviet carrier. I don't feel like I'm having a good time. I don't want to ruin that tonight. Let's go play Plymouth. I'm just going to give this a quick once over. She's built correctly. I need that. The rest of this stuff seems okay. We're still AP only, right? Yeah, this is like a Tier 10 Edinburgh, basically. Yeah, okay. That works for me. Let's go. And I agree with you there, Nevermore. Like, the British destroyer line, once you get to 8... let me back this up. The British destroyer line gives you the short smokes the whole way through. And you've got to start learning to use those for little brief engagements in the middle tiers. Because by the time you get to Tier 8, like, you're gonna need to have that skill in your pocket. So you need the ability to do that. Oh my god, I got a Stalingrad in this game, and double Manteuffel, and 2 Salems. So I got 3 radar cruisers, and one of which can just murder me casually whenever it feels like it at almost any range. Awesome. This is gonna suck. I'm gonna get slapped silly. Because there's no way that Marceau and Lucian are gonna come anywhere near me if they don't have to. Donnie took a look at the matchmaking and went, oh no, I think he's going to be fine with this Plymouth game. Yeah, I think this is going to be a one and done sort of thing tonight with Plymouth. Yeah, guys, don't forget, giveaways going on over on Discord. Come take some more Wargaming's free loot. I do not want it. It does me no good. Please take it off my hands. Now, I have lots of cruisers to shoot at. That makes me happy. What I don't like is that one of those cruisers is a Stalingrad. That could really ruin my life. If he's on the other side of the map, I'm good for a while. But if I play this correctly, I'll live for a while and we might run into each other, and that would make me very upset. Huron dunks on Haida. I mean, they're both really good. Huron and Haida perform slightly different roles in my mind. Haida's a better cap contester. Huron is just better at kind of just wholesale murdering other destroyers. Oh, crap. That's what I don't want to see. All right, the Stalin is here, which means I don't want to be. The Smolensk is already lit. I don't even know how that's possible. Oh, because there's the Marceau. Well, I'm not giving this guy free shots. Okay, now that he can see me, I'll take the shots, but I'm not giving him free shots. And I'm sure as hell not radaring him here. I'm about to get Stalined. Check it out. The Smolensk and I are about to get Stalined. Oh my god, he just crushed me through the bow. This is gonna hurt so bad. Yeah, there's the radar. Let's go. He's like, here's 10k to the bow. I'm like, here's 1,000. I'm literally bouncing these shells off his deck. I literally can't even pin his deck. This is a joke, man. Oh my god. Alright, let's get the hell out of here before I get dead. Okay, so I literally cannot fight a Stalin at any range. Oh, that's bad. Let's get the hell out of here.
Torpedoes, dead ahead. Torpedoes to starboard. All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
I'm gonna move up into, this is Japanese smoke. Use some of this for a spell. We'll farm this Hanover. No, we won't. Yeah, we will. Okay. I literally can't pin this guy either? Come on, you're killing me, Alice.
Smoke generator started. Reporting the target position.
There we go. Now we're finally gonna get some damage. He's gonna chill. Whoa, how am I lit? Who the hell is that close? Oh, hi.
Set.
Oh, come on. Who the hell can see me from here? Not sure why you're doing this. Wow, I'm just absolutely getting dunked in here.
Concentrate fire on the designated target. Problem solved, sir.
I'm in like a 6-on-1 while my team runs for the hills.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
So the Pommern and the Hanover are camped doing nothing while I'm in the cap trying to do what our destroyers won't. This feels about right. Stalingrad's too far away for radar, so I've got some breathing space for now. We're going to get set up to run the hell away here. After we're finished capping. I have a cool, simple, easy, no problem 1.4 million potential damage. Get me the hell out of here. Have fun, Schlieffen. You're in a 6-on-1. Enjoy. The team abandoned me, now I abandon you. Feels bad. My god, this team was terrible. Look, guys, the Hanover is capping B all by himself. This is why we don't play randoms anymore, by the way. Games like this are why we don't play randoms. Because it's been 6.5 minutes in a tier 10 game, and there are 7 dead friendly ships, including 2 battleships, which is really impressive, by the way, given how much health a battleship begins the game with. Oh, look, the Schlieffen died. Who could have predicted it? Meanwhile, my Conqueror is in I2 with 70,000 hit points. Oh my god. If I'm not careful, this Pomeran's going to catch sight of me here. Yeah, he's going to catch wind of me right up. No, he's not. The little dinky island here is going to let me slip through unspotted, I think. Nope. That's okay.
Ship is on fire. Concentrate fire on the designated target.
I'm pretty sure I'm dead right here. Oh, I managed to bounce it. Look at that. Oh, he had his Hydro on. That's how. I'm like, how did he dodge the torps? Oh, he had his Hydro on. Oh, that'll do it. Let's see if I can finish this guy off. I bet I can pick this kill up. Ah, somebody got it. That's fair enough.
Smoke generator started.
Oh, fire's gonna kill me now. I waited just too long to push the button.
Proceed to capture that area.
I'm out of heals. Fire's gonna run. Yeah, the fire's gonna 100% kill me here. Let's leave the Utrecht to present, though. If I can live long enough to get torpedoes off. Let's go. Nope. Thought I might get one in the water, but no. So there we go. Fun game. That's why we don't play tier 10. All right. Got time for maybe 1 or 2 more. I'm going to take this... You're not wrong, 4BF. What I'm going to do... We're going to go back to Bridgeport. We're going to do that last. I'm going to try one last time Bridgeport. I'm going to take this Huron game. And Season Nuts, I'm going to send your points back for Indiana. We'll do Indiana a different night. I'm kind of enjoying the Royal Navy kick this evening. And I realize that Huron is not technically Royal Navy, but, you know, they're cousins. It's close enough for my money. All right, let's see. Plus, I love the Shamu camo on this boat. Like, this is just too much fun. All right, let's see. I don't think we have an RCN flag in here, do we? I've got a couple for... Got a couple for the Brits, a couple for the Americans, a few for the Japanese. Yeah. That's Italian. I got a couple for the Italians and couple for the French. Pan-Asian. Yeah, we'll just leave that one where it is then. That's fine. All right, Shamu. Let's do it. No, Calix, I'm going to send your points back. I'm going to do this one in Bridgeport, and then I'm going to be done for the night. Oh, there is a Canada Day flag. But I think it goes in a different spot. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. Hang on. You're right. You're right. I gotta find it. It's here. There she is. Ha ha ha! There we go. Nailed it. Gotta put the maple leaf on her. That's the thing I like about Haida. My Haida's got that old maple leaf camo that's so much fun. Right? But the Shamu camo is really cool. I love the Shamu camo. Plymouth thrives better in smaller team modes. I can see that. Any ship that's lightly armored and doesn't like getting shot is going to prefer modes where there's fewer things to shoot at it.
To Jurassic Park.
John, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Hyde is one of those interesting boats that, like, I'm not sure why it's not perpetually for sale. It's not OP. It's good. It's strong. But it's not like it's grossly OP or anything. It's one of those ships that I look at and go, why isn't this, like, always for sale? They seem to have screwed up some of these iconic museum ships. Like, the original Belfast, it was so OP they can never sell that again. Texas is still pretty good. Her AA is not the no-fly zone it used to be, but it certainly isn't bad by any stretch. So, yeah. I don't know why they don't sell Haida. They tried to auction it. That's a shame. It didn't sell well. That's a shame. Huron is very different. Like physically, they're like laid out the same, right? But play style wise, they are very different. Haida has like half a kilometer more stealth. She's got the goofy hydro and the crawling smoke. This ship has the hydro and the engine boost, but she's built for longevity, right? She's got the heel in her, and that means that she wants to be around longer. Now, I am not terribly stealthy here. What we're going to do, a lot of destroyers on this map like to go into sea and then try to escape to the north. I don't have the detection to contest this cap, but I have the guns and the staying power to beat them up as they try to leave. So let's try for that play. We're going to go to something I don't normally do. We're going to play the top corner of the map. I agree with you there, Kyle. It's fun when you can catch destroyers off guard with Plymouth. And I kind of caught, that was last game, it was the Lushun, right? I kind of beat him up a little bit. All right, our Bliss is pushing into this cap. I'm not convinced that's a good idea, but let's see what he does with it. Yep, there's somebody in here. Between the Tiger and the Bliss and me, I'm going to be around this corner in a minute. We can probably really punish whoever it is that's here. Let's see if we can see if we can find out who it is. It's a Hughes. What is up, my dude? Come on, gunfight me. Fight me like a man.
That's how it's done. Critical engine damage.
There's an Asashio out here. Now that guy doesn't frighten me at all. His torpedoes are useless against me. And I have way more gunpowder than he does, plus the heal. Yeah, bring it on, little Asashio. You and me. You're gonna hate your life.
Set a smoke screen. Teammate, I need your support.
I'm really surprised at this guy getting into a gunfight with me. What's my torpedo range, I wonder? Only 8. Okay. Back off, dude. That Wiesbaden is in a really irritating spot for me. Now, the Buffalo being here with 10-kilometer radar does not make me happy. Y'all need to kill this clown, please.
Reporting the target position.
Yeah,
All
give him
stations
something else to think about.
requesting fire on the
Would you?
designated target.
Our team has taken the lead.
So, Falcon, what should happen is one of my mods is going to DM you directly on Discord and hook you up with your loot. That's what ought to happen. The Buffalo is still coming. That makes me unhappy. Oh no, it's deep water torpedoes. I'm terrified. Okay, those are actually a bit of a threat. Oh, come on, man. Oh, hey, what up? Look at you guys. What's going to happen if I kill you both, though? What happens now, Mr. Asashio? Oh, I'm on double fires. I'm in trouble. I just realized that. Yeah, I can't win this now. I blew my DCP too early. Yep. That would have been better if the Zeton hadn't gotten himself murdered. But I still think I did okay. I mean, we control all the caps, and they basically aren't doing a whole lot. So team play is OP, I know, right? In fairness, the Asashio had a really good torpedo salvo there, which I'm kind of unhappy about. But kudos to him. All right. I'm going to play one more game in Bridgeport, then we're calling it. That's our last game of the night. We're going to try Bridgeport. We're going to bookend the stream and see if I can get a decent game in this boat. And I think what I'm going to do... Did I do it in ranked last time? I feel like I did. Yeah, I think we're not going to do that this time. We'll just take it into randoms and see what... No. I feel like this ship doesn't have the utility for randoms. I mean, for ranked, but maybe it does. I don't know. What do you guys think? Random or ranked? I want your thoughts. Do I play this? Do I take Bridgeport into randoms or do I take it into ranked? Randoms, ranked for the lulls. Oh, Mogami's so good. DE, kudos to you. For years and years and years, I was a 155 Mogami guy. And it wasn't until I had to make a video explaining how to play 203 Mogami that I was like, you know what? I actually think 203 Mogami is better now. I really do. Okay. You guys, the general consensus seems to be ranked. We'll try again. I just need a ranked team that doesn't suck. which was my problem in the first game I played tonight. That team was terrible. This is going to be tough. No radar, hydro only. We're up against 2 radar cruisers. And 2 16-inch battleships means that I am going to struggle. I'm not feeling good about this game already. We'll see what happens. But I'm not feeling good. My frustration with Bridgeport is almost every time I've taken one out, I've wished I had Baltimore instead.
Awaiting instructions.
Like, you can take advantage of, you can punish mistakes with the HE, with the AP, or you can punish like destroyers that get caught out with the HE using her little reload ability. That's awesome. But you have almost no way to spot these ships on your own. You have no radar. Your hydro's okay, but it's 5-kilometer hydro, right? So you're not really going to be using it to chase destroyers until the late game. It's a challenge, to put it lightly. All right, entire team going to C means I want to swing super wide and come down the 8 line. Tiger does have radar. Help me out. 9-kilometer radar. Okay, good. We're going to need that. I like that Cossack is going mid and leaving C to the Shira. Shira has the higher detection, and he's got more backup.
Roger.
If we can outspot like the Mahan and focus him out quickly or early, that would feel really good.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
Okay, the Mahan went the other way, which tells me that either we're catching the Iparanga or the Cossack is actually over here trying to contest. I don't know which. I'm not even going to waste my time. The Iparanga is at the extreme edge of my range. I'm not even going to fire my guns. There is somebody up here in front of the Shira. There he is. That's the Cossack that we were expecting we would be catching out, and we did. That guy I'll 100% fire my guns at.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
How is our Cossack in mid still lit? That shouldn't be happening. All right, we're going to end up capping here. If we play this correctly, they're going to have a hard time breaking into the middle of the board. They do have double radar, though, so our destroyers have to stay frosty. We did beat the Cossack up pretty good, and he does not have a heal. Oh, hey, what up, my dude?
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
This guy's in trouble now. Do I go out here after him? I think I have to. I think he is screwed up by the numbers. I think I have to take this chance while I've got it. Uh-oh, that might actually hurt.
Set a smoke screen.
Enemy battleship detected.
Oh, he's firing HE at me. I kind of don't care about him.
The ship is on fire. Torpedoes to starboard. Problem solved.
Yeah, I'm going to outrun your torpedoes. They are meaningless. Now he's trying to fire AP at me. Oh no, that's the secondaries. Secondaries can't possibly have this kind of range. Oh, for God's sake. Are we serious right now? At that range with that kind of an angle? Are you kidding me? Y'all need to kill that Baltimore.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target. Concentrate fire on the designated
You're just
target.
guessing?
All stations, requesting fire on the designated target.
Bloody hell. Kill the Baltimore. Their team is really, really badly positioned here. How is the Shira lit? Oh. Don't take the bait. You took the bait. You fired your guns. You're dead. Guys, it's a Baltimore. You need to kill it. Just push him and murder him.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Yeah, the Shiratsu is dead anyway. Okay, good. You killed the Baltimore. Thank you. All right, I don't want to be here anymore. We're down a ship. Ooh, the Talin would make a really tempting target. Because he has to stay bow into the Ipiranga. Ooh, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm going to regret my life choices right here, but I'm doing it anyway. Oh, I'm lit. How am I lit? I don't know. I don't care right now. Come on. Oh, I'm going to die. I got to get out of here. I'm not going to get these shots that I want on the Talin. You have HE in the barrel. Okay, sure.
Problem solved, sir.
Come on, turrets. I need you to get in line for me. We're going to go out with a bang.
The ship is on fire.
Oh, how am I dead already? What the hell? I had like 15,000 HP. That irritates me. I'm bummed that we never were able to kill that stupid Cossack. He got away on like 1,000 HP. I'm still not sold on this ship, guys. I just don't understand why I would ever play this when I could be playing Baltimore. It's the same problem that I have with Rochester. Why would I play Rochester when I can play Baltimore? Baltimore is better. I have a 10-second reload. I have radar. The radar would have completely changed that game. Like, I just don't see it. I don't understand the appeal. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying Bridgeport is bad. I'm saying in every situation that I'm playing Bridgeport, I'm like, man, I wish I had a Baltimore. I mean, I don't know if Baltimore, does it have more HP? I don't think it does. I think it's about the same, isn't it? Let's see. Basically the same HP pool, but the radar, the 10-kilometer radar is a big deal. Like, that is a deal breaker for me. I would rather be playing Baltimore. I just don't know why I would play this when Baltimore exists. I have the same problem with Wichita and the same problem with Rochester. Now, Wichita I can at least make a case for. Wichita is slightly different, right? But, like, I don't like Rochester for the exact same reason that I don't like Bridgeport. It's not Baltimore. I mean, that's reasonable, Nevermore. I just don't like the heal is good. Don't get me wrong. I love having the heal. But what I want out of American Tier 8 Heavy, I'm already getting with Baltimore. Right? I have the ability. I can cut, like, I'm trying to think of how to phrase this the right way. I can't get past the lack of radar. It is the single biggest reason you take an American cruiser at Tier 8. Without it, you have to give me something really good. And Bridgeport is not there for me. The heal is nice. The reload booster is cool. But these things do not win games the way radar wins games. In my opinion. Right? Players know they have to respect American heavy cruiser guns. And they won't just generally, right? Exceptions are they happen. But in general, you won't find them making gamer turns in front of you, knowing that you're going to be able to put the AP in the barrel and hit your reload booster and murder them in seconds, right? It's the same reason nobody does that crap to like a Castilla. Same idea, right? Anybody that's played against one knows if I show this guy my soft underbelly, I'm dead. They're not going to do that to you, which means that to get max value out of a Baltimore, you need to be able to, or an American Heavy at Tier 8, in my opinion, you need to be able to be mobile if you need to, but play stationary when you can or when you're able to, cover your caps with radar and hydro, and back up your destroyers, especially in a ranked environment. If you're just playing this thing in randoms and you can get away with some shenanigans, then cool. But like, this is not Baltimore. And to me, Baltimore remains better. There's not, the only other Tier 8 American premium that I would even invest money in is San Diego. San Diego is interesting. She's different. She actually offers a completely different play style. Her consumables list is really interesting. This is a fun boat that no other American cruiser, other than maybe Atlanta, can even come close to. But even this is different from Atlanta in a good way, right? I love San Diego. But truth be told, at Tier 8, for me, this is what I want. This is it right here. Rochester is okay. Bridgeport is okay. Anchorage, for me, is a dumpster fire, right? This ship is so bizarre. I don't know why anybody would play it. Wichita is okay. But this is like Baltimore light, right? It wants to be Baltimore, except it has 9-kilometer radar on 9.5-kilometer detection. So it wants to be Baltimore, but it isn't. Even when I'm playing a Wichita, I would rather be playing Baltimore. At least with a Wichita, I'm getting comparable, right? Like, I'm still getting 10-second reload, but I'm not getting super heavy shells. Okay, but I am a little narrower in profile, and like there's some, and I have slightly better surface detection. Like, okay, there are things that make you go, I would grab a Wichita. Okay, it's not bad. But I look at Bridgeport and Rochester, and to me, they are not good enough to displace the tech tree ship. I think Wargaming, I don't want to say they messed up, but I think they did. I think they messed up to some extent by making Baltimore as good as she is for free. She's free. I agree, Mode. She would win 1v1. So don't allow yourself to be in that situation, right? But at the same time, again, I look at this ship and go, this ship has what I want. When I play an American cruiser, I want to be able to punish other cruisers, punish destroyers, guard caps, back up my friendly destroyers. Rochester and Bridgeport don't tick all of those boxes for me. That's what I want out of the ship, okay? Now, if you have different expectations and you love those ships, more power to you, buddy. You do you. Like, far be it from me to tell people what they should and shouldn't enjoy. That's not reasonable, okay? I'm just telling you that for my money, I personally would not spend money investing in Bridgeport or Rochester when Baltimore exists. I just wouldn't. It's not what I want out of an American heavy cruiser. And that may be electric. I'll admit the consumable is intriguing. The heel is nice. I can't count the number of times I've wanted Baltimore with a heel, right? But Baltimore is good enough on its own, even without. If Baltimore came with a heel, she'd be so busted, so friggin' busted. Like Eugen at tier 8 is right on the cusp of being that way with that heel. Atago arguably is with the heel. A lot of people don't realize when Atago was added, Atago did not originally come with a heel. They added the heel later, and that's a fair point. Nevermore, when Baltimore was tier 9, she had the heel. Kyle, are you still around? I realized I never told my Duke of York story. I can tell that real quick if you want. You are still around. I see you in chat. When they were originally testing Duke of York did not have a heel. She had Hydro, and I think she had defensive fire. I know she had Hydro. She had no heel, but she was like very accurate. Like cruiser accuracy on a battleship. She was. What's up, BFK? Bisty, goodness gracious, how you guys doing? Oh, I didn't realize BFK with the raid. Holy crap! What's up, everybody? I'm about to head out for the evening, but I appreciate the thought. Thank you kindly. Welcome in, y'all. How you doing? I could talk for more on time on Eugen, but let me finish my Duke of York story. So when they were testing Duke of York had cruiser accuracy on those 14-inch British guns, but she didn't have a heel. She was she would have been the first battleship in the game without a heel. It would have been really interesting, very different, highly accurate, but you have to manage your health pool, right? You can't take stupid risks with the ship. People lost their minds. You can't make a battleship without a heel, OMG. And so they went back to the drawing board, nerfed her guns to where they were basically KG5 guns again, and gave her a heel to go with the Hydro. And then we got the thoroughly mediocre premium that we've had ever since. Duke of York to me is one of those ultimate instances of the community complaining about the wrong thing and getting exactly what they asked for, and then complaining that it's what they asked for. Because it's like, they can't just give it a heel and cruiser accuracy. That's gross. So they took away the accuracy and made it mediocre. It really was, Kyle. I think where they landed with the British battle cruiser line is a little more where they were going with Duke of York, right? Duke of York would have been very accurate, no heel. So like she hits what she aims at, but when she's not hanging around a battle forever. To answer your question, BFK, no, not this weekend. They've managed to book King of the Sea in a month that it's November. I got stuff going on in life. We're running up to the Hill Country this weekend. There's a big event for celebrating Veterans Day up at one of my favorite bourbon distilleries up there. They do a fundraiser every year. Every Veterans Day, they do a fundraiser for the National Museum of the Pacific War, which is in Fredericksburg, Texas, birthplace of Chester Nimitz. And this particular distillery is about a half an hour outside of town. So they do a big fundraiser, and we love going up there for that. We do that every fall, every November. Last weekend, I had something going on. Next weekend, I could stream it, but Zath has something going on. Last weekend, Zath was in LA. And then the last weekend is the weekend before Thanksgiving. Now that weekend may yet happen. We'll see. I think I'm going to be available on that weekend, and I wasn't originally thinking I was going to. I think our schedule might shift a little bit, but we'll see.
Still got to work out our work schedule.
Say what, dear?
We still have to work out our work schedule.
Yeah. No, well, electric. I'm always going to plan my life. We got dates for Wargaming, in August, like everybody else. Whenever they announced it, we get the dates the same time as everybody else. But it's also that we're used to the tournament being in the last few weeks of October and maybe dribbling into early November. This is the first time they've ever run it all in November that I'm aware of. And 4 weeks is too much. 4 weeks is insane. 2 weeks of internationals is crazy. It's just crazy. Right? So as much as I love doing it, it's hard to justify investing the time in it these days. It's getting harder and harder to keep doing it. It really is. And I hate that. I've been doing it so long that I enjoy it. but I've got so many other things on my plate these days, it's tough to say, yeah, I'm just going to take 4 consecutive weekends and book my life around this. It's tough. It's tough. Let's find somebody to raid, guys. We're going to hang it up. BFK, thank you for the raid. I apologize for the timing, but thanks for coming in anyway. Let's go see who we can find that is around this evening. Ooh, I see Highfire. That might be a good one. I haven't raided Highfire in a hot minute. What's he up to? How long has he been streaming? He's been at it a hot minute. Let's go through Highfire raid. Guys, I'm gonna give you a raid. We're going to throw you over to Highfire. If you don't know Highfire, you really should. Highfire is actually, I think, now the longest running North American community contributor. He has been in the program longer than Zath and I and a bunch of other folks who have been in a long time. And he was in LA last weekend with the Stack Up crew doing a big fundraiser out there. He and Zath and a bunch of other folks were out there doing some more fundraising for Stack Up and donating games and goodies to American veterans and folks deployed overseas. So huge, awesome fundraising effort. We're going to throw him a raid and give him a high five for all of that. You're welcome, Gecko. Appreciate it. All right, guys, we're going to hang it up. Appreciate you guys being here. I will put something on the calendar. I got to build out my November schedule, so keep an eye on Twitch and YouTube. We'll get the calendar filled up, and I may yet be able to stream King of the Sea when the time comes. I am just not sure. Okay. In the meantime, guys, y'all take care. Peace. We'll see you later.